Battaglia for his first of the season. Battaglia making his first OHL start. Didn't get much help in those first couple periods as the Steelheads would open up the scoring 1-0 on the Owen Tippett goal. Then, in that first period, still later, just a little under 3 minutes left, it was first-round pick James Hardy, 8th overall by the Steelheads, just floating on towards the net. Lots of traffic in front. Deflects through and beats Noah Battaglia 2-0 by the end of the frame. Second, it was the Owen Tippett show. He would add a pair of goals in just 41 seconds. His second and third nets the hat trick as Mississauga just continued to roll on the evening. The Otters would stop the bleeding as Kyle Maximovich would end his 4th of the season, but it was too little too late as the Otters got on the board. It was already 6-0 at the time as the Otters fall 6-1 to the Mississauga Steelheads on the road. Well, the effort the Otters saw in game number 1 here at the Erie Insurance Arena, just unable to be matched last night in Mississauga, but they get the return home here to the Erie Insurance Arena and into their usual routines to get back at it now against the Kingston Frontenacs. An Eastern Conference final appearance, I should say, for the Kingston Frontenacs, the furthest this team has ever gone to the postseason. Last year, as they pushed the chips to the middle of the table, they went all in, but came up just short against the Hamilton Bulldogs, the eventual OHL champions. Kingston, lots of players graduating on. They're going through the same kind of rebuild mode now, but still pieces, and a few former Erie Otters on this squad that we will see tonight. Brent Newman and Mitchell Byrne make their returns to the Erie Insurance Arena. For Mitch Byrne, his final time entering this building in his OHL career. I caught up with him. We'll hear that interview later on. But for us, we'll talk to Dan D'Amato, who made his OHL debut last night for the Erie Otters. We'll also set the scene and look at tonight's lineups. That's all coming up. You're listening to the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show right here on the Otters Radio Network. It's on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price, and at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
Whether you're a newborn or a new retiree, life can be unpredictable. That's why when it comes to protecting your health, you want a sure thing you can count on. And that's Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. For your everyday needs in those unexpected moments, for support in a crisis and motivation when you're running low, and to be there when you need us most. Whoever you are and wherever you're headed, count on Blue. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Meet you at Molly's before the game, after the game, or for the game. The Modern Irish Pub is the Otters away game headquarters with live stream broadcast. Molly Brannigan's hospitality is rivaled only by her cooking. Our new menu features the finest homemade Irish fare along with a wee bit of the unexpected. Happy hour is the perfect pregame. Score with buy one, get one appetizers and discounted drinks. And don't forget to try our Otters signature sandwich, the ultimate fan food. Molly Brannigan's, just north of Perry Square on State.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. I'm Aaron Cooney. It's the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show as we get set here for the Otters and the Kingston Frontenacs. Only matchup this building between the two, and it's actually, I was talking to Mitch Byrne of the Kingston Frontenacs just a little bit ago, and just kind of looking at the schedule. Erie's going to be done with the Kingston Frontenacs within 2 weeks. Just a few weeks from now, Erie goes on an east swing where they'll go up and play the Peterborough Petes, Kingston Frontenacs, and Ottawa 67s. With that trip taking off October 10th and going through in 2 weekends as the Erie hits the road for a first long trip as that's on its way shortly for the Erie Otters. Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it for the Otters and the Frontenacs this season. So let's take a look at tonight's lineups for the Kingston Frontenacs as they come into town. A handful of scratches for them to go along, but the Otters will see former Erie Otters and Brett Newman and Mitchell Byrne. But rookie goalie Ryan Dugas gets his first OHL start. Spent last year at the Ancaster Avalanche. Went 21-8-1, 3 shutouts and 2.01 goals against average and a .931 save percentage for the 17-year-old out of Hamilton, Ontario. A 4th-round pick of these Frontenacs in 2017. Scratches for the Kingston Frontenacs include Paul Larrabee, Callaway Mercer, and Zayd Wisdom, all out here tonight for head coach Curtis Foster, who takes over, first-year head coach, former NHL player. Spent time with a handful of NHL teams, including the New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now here with the Kingston Frontenacs in the coaching ranks. Was an assistant coach for these Frontenacs last year on their Eastern Conference final appearance, and has taken over for Jay Verity, who moved on to be head coach on the Tucson Roadrunners in the American Hockey League. On the other side, the Erie Otters. Let's take a look at our Marshall Marsh Real Estate Services lineup. As the starting lineup for Marshall Marsh Services is Kyle Maximovich on the left wing with Hayden Fowler, Christian Gurney on the blue line, Brendan Kishnick, and Curtis Henry. Scratches for the Erie Otters include number 3, Ryan Martin, number 44, Brendan Sellen, and number 61, Daniel Singer. That brings us to our UPMC injury report, as unfortunately we now have a member on the shelf. That's Ryan Martin. Injured last night, didn't finish the third period, didn't finish the game, as Martin out with an upper body injury, a precautionary measure by the Erie Otters to have him ready to get a long season ahead, and he will be back hopefully soon for the Otters. So Ryan Martin is out. Daniel Singer serving game 3 of his suspension. He is eligible to return on October the 17th against his former team, Niagara Ice Dogs, right here at the Erie Insurance Arena. Dan Murphy gets the pipes. He's 1-0. A 1.0 goals against average and a .955 save percentage coming off of the victory last Saturday here in this building at the home opener. Well, last night, Dan D'Amato joining the OHL ranks, the Otters' first-round pick in the under-18 priority selection just this past April. And he got his OHL debut last night. He's going to be in the lineup tonight for the Erie Otters as well. He'll be on the line with Joe Mack and Brendan Hoffman. Caught up with him earlier today as the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show rolls on. We're going to talk to Dan D'Amato when we come back. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Jerry just gradually got worse and worse. Our doctor said the only thing that could save you is a live donor.
Karen's husband Jerry had end-stage liver disease and needed a transplant.
Our oldest daughter said, "Dad, I'm a match, let's do this."
UPMC is the only hospital in the region that does living donor liver transplants.
UPMC saved all of our lives. My girls still have their dad. I still have my sweetheart.
I didn't choose to have my liver fail, but I did choose UPMC.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price, and at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized Sharp dealer and service provider. Helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Otters rookie forward Dan D'Amato. Dan, before we jump into last night, your first OHL game, I did want to ask you, because this actually came up in the media room yesterday in Mississauga. Well, you go undrafted in the minor midget draft, the U16 draft, but you're the Otters, first ever Otter to sign, drafted out of the U18 draft. You broke your leg going into your minor midget draft here. What was that recovery like, and what was the experience, to see draft day come and go and all those guys come and go and their names called and you were still there?
It was tough at the time to break your leg and watch a lot of games, more like half the season just watching in the stands and not being able to play. And come draft day, it was hard to see a lot of people I knew get drafted and be able to, get closer to the NHL and get closer to the step to be playing in the OHL. So it was tough for that, but honestly, I look back at that injury and say, if I didn't get injured, maybe I wouldn't be here right now. So, at times, I look back and it was tough, but it was obviously something that, has pushed me and got me here today.
Now, what was your mission last year with the Vaughan Kings to the point that the Otters did see you right there at 4th overall? They were to pick you up and bring you in.
Just take it game by game. I thought that, as I started putting up more points, I got more confident in myself and, thought I can really play well and do well in this league. So, I just, took it game by game and played my game, and I guess, the Otters like that, so I was really glad that, they drafted me and had the opportunity to play in the OHL.
Take me through that opportunity when Dave Brown gives you a call and it's that U18 draft day and he says, hey, welcome to the Erie Otters. Yeah,
it was pretty surreal. I mean, you dream about playing in the OHL and, you dream about getting that call and seeing your name on the board, so I was pretty excited and just ready to go.
Go through training camp, there was obviously positions opened up here for the Erie Otters and a team that's in transition and getting younger with that, to sign a contract and then playing your first OHL game last night. How everything now wrapped up into that moment, what was it like to step onto the ice?
It felt great. I mean, getting drafted and then, actually being able to play, it's huge because, a lot of guys go drafted but never get the chance. So going into training camp, it was just, my mindset was just trying to lock up a spot, and sign a contract, but also play. That's the big thing, and being able to play and actually get in games is good, and I'm very happy for that.
Well, last night it didn't go as well as the team had hoped when you compare it at least to the home opener here at the Erie Insurance Arena last week. How do you replicate the effort from last week on home ice and do this again, bouncing off the loss from last night in Mississauga?
Well, I think against Flint we were really relentless on the puck. I think we really played to our strengths and played our game, and I think yesterday we had a good couple shifts at the start, but then kind of veered away from our game. So I think if we, stay along the lines of what the coaches are telling us to do and, follow the game plan, I think we'll be good tonight.
I think so, Dan. Have fun here tonight against Kingston Frontenacs.
Yep, well, definitely.
That's Dan D'Amato, the Erie Otters. Face-Off is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Whether you're an empty nester or a new retiree, when it comes to protecting your health, you want a sure thing you can count on. And that's Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Nationally recognized by J.D. Power for outstanding member satisfaction with Medicare Advantage plans. When you need great customer service, count on Blue. Whoever you are and wherever you're headed, when you need us most, count on Blue. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. This award is neither endorsed nor given by Medicare. For award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
When you have a great name you can trust, you know where you can get a great used car with guaranteed credit approval. Erie Auto Credit, the home of guaranteed credit approval 100% of the time. Stop in today or go to erieautocredit.com.
Welcome to Tim Hortons.
I'll take a coffee and...
How about a bagel breakfast sandwich? They're just 2 for $4.
I like that.
Freshly prepared with savory sausage, fluffy egg, and melted cheese on a freshly baked bagel. Just 2 for $4.
I like that. I just fist bumped your speaker.
Oh, I just fist bumped you back.
Get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches on a plain bagel or English muffin for just $4. Or mix and match for $4. Great quality at a great value. It's all good at Tim Hortons. No substitutions or additions, limited time only at participating restaurants.
Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
When you need a loan and you don't know where to get it, you gotta call Erie Auto Credit, Erie Auto Credit, and ErieAutoCredit.com.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents the Erie Otters hosting the Kingston Frontenacs. Hello again, everyone. I'm Aaron Cooney, getting you set for tonight's matchup. Otters and Frontenacs, only time they'll meet in this building, and in just under 2 weeks they'll go and meet up together in Kingston. And that'll be it for these two teams. They see each other just twice on the year. Let's take a look at our goaltending matchup tonight. Ryan Dugas for the Kingston Frontenacs, his first OHL start as he hops in for Brendan Bonello in a 3-3 weekend for the Kingston Frontenacs. Dan Murphy gets the pipes for the Erie Otters. 1-0 on the year. A 1.0 goals against average, a .955 save percentage, stopping 21 of 22 last Saturday against the Flint Firebirds. And after the first OHL start for Noah Battaglia last night in Mississauga, they go back to number one, Dan Murphy. As we get underway, Mitch Byrne, the former Erie Otter, going to track a puck down to the near side corner of his own end. Working out there with Jacob Paquette as he works it on the play far side. The Otters pick that puck on the intercept. That was Fowler, who's in a bit of heap of trouble now as he's slow to get off to the Otters bench. But the puck is back in the Otters zone. It's Jason Robertson. He's turned around on the far boards, lost an edge. And the Otters will move it forward. Gurney will dump it in and chase. Pops out towards the front of the net. Right to Gurney now. Off the stick of Dugas. And the Otters almost had a quick opportunity right off the bat. Slip back out to center ice. Chaika will float it in for the Otters. Looking to work it to the front of the net was Emmett Sproul. He's nicely defended. But the puck stays in the far corner of the Frontenac zone. As Mitch Byrne works it near side. Otters intercept and now take over. Cycle on. A intended pass to Jamie Drysdale from Emmett Sproul just off the mark. Otters reset, come back in. Here's Podubny, wrist shot, kick save made. A deflection last second there, but Dugas makes the stop. Kingston back the other way. Leave it near sideboards. Drysdale gets there first, intended for Durung. And then fired in deeper, slowed by Dan Murphy, the Otters. As Jack Duff plays it on to his partner, Drysdale, and now ahead skating Podubny. On the right wing, curls back, drops it off. Drysdale head of steam into the zone, has Grits on the trailer. As a shot from Drysdale, stopped by Dugas, and he holds on. A minute and 32 seconds in. A scoreless hockey game from the Erie Insurance Arena. There you say Ryan Dugas, his first OHL start. He spent last year with the Ancaster Avalanche, 21-8-1. He went 3 shutouts, a 2.01 goals against average, and a .931 save percentage. His first OHL action, a 4th round pick of these Frontenacs in 2017. Here's Grits with a shot up high, stop made, rebound, popped all the way to the right wing circle. As it's fired by the Frontenacs, down off the wall in the Erie territory. Luke Beamish gathers there. One man wipes out on the forecheck, and the Otters able to escape out to center ice. Pass ahead for Max Golan. Would have been offside. That puck caught the linesman. Forces Erie on back to their own end. Beamish looking to work it ahead for Max Golan off the mark. And an icing call whistled as the Otters will find themselves in their own defensive zone. 2 minutes and 3 seconds in. But changes allowed with that infraction occurring in the neutral zone. Draw to the left of Dan Murphy in a second start this season. Some changes to the Erie Otters lineup. It's onto the UPMC injury report. We see Ryan Martin back on there. Injured last night, an upper body injury, day to day, and to be reevaluated as the upcoming week hits us. Finish up this game, and we'll see where Ryan Martin is for next weekend. The Otters do have 2 more games before heading onto the road mid-October. Jumped in, Otters chase farboards. Brendan Kishnick poked away from him, grabbed here by the Frontenacs, loops in front, wrist shot off his stick wide and settles behind the net. Kishnick just chops it to the farboards. D'Amato looking to flip it around Loray, and it will get out to center ice. Now chasing is Brendan Hoffman. He pins Evan Brandel on the near wall. The puck is gathered in by Dawson Baker. He'll send it into the Otters zone. As it's worked on by the Otters, change for the Frontenacs, and the Otters skip it out forward, looking for Hayden Fowler. Appears to be all right after that check. As look out, down goes Brett Newman, a hit from Kyle Maximovich, and off goes Fowler. Gives to Christian Gurney. His pass is intercepted as the Frontenacs now counterattack. Flying down the right wing side, Jason Robertson. He's got 66% of their goals on this season, 4 of them to be exact. 4 of their 6, Erie able to knock him off the puck, and their counterattack on the way. Here's Drysdale, right wing side, walks in, sends it high on the glove side. Robertson now, chipped it around Duff. Look out, here come the Frontenacs. Right wing side, Jason Robertson with it. Skip it across the ice. That pass went off his stick as Kovacev sees that one skip away from him. Plays it to the corner, a little poke. Followed up by Robertson. Curl it to the blue line. Sent on by Murray to the right wing side. Snapshot oncoming, deflected wide, hits the side of the net. Wraparound try, Murphy another stop on Robertson. Erie will gather in and play it ahead, Gurney. Waits, comes across center, and will softly leave this one to the near corner. Murray to get there first. Their first round pick. 13th overall for the Frontenacs in 2018. Looking to work it out the right wing side. Robertson got it out to the neutral zone, but the Otters just jam it right back in. Tag up. Jacob Murray takes over now. He'll leave it into the Erie end. Murphy there to play it. He'll snap it around the far corner. This one, no icing on the play. Emmett Gordon was in the neighborhood, so it's washed out. Emmett Scroll chases into the near corner Kingston territory. Pass in front by Garrett Podubny, off the mark for Chaika. Off go the Frontenacs through neutral territory. Working on the right wing, Matthew Hotchkiss, as he's tied up by Luke Beamish. Trying to escape his own end was Garrett Podubny. He was tied up, but the puck does roll off his stick and clear across the line, but it snapped right back into the Erie zone, where it rattles around and ends up back at center ice. Almost 5 minutes off the clock here in this first period. Erie Otters, Kingston Frontenacs. A 3-3 road swing for the Kingston Frontenacs on this trip. Fell last night to the Niagara Ice Dogs 3-1. As an offside play, back is Kishnick to pick up this puck. The pressure on coming, they blow it down. Face-off will be in the neutral zone. Face-off will be down to the left of Ryan Dugas. But these Frontenacs will head over back across the border And on to Mississauga. They'll take on the Steelheads tomorrow on a Sunday tilt. Erie, a day off, as shuffled towards the net. Grit's little backhander slides to Dugas. He'll cover it up. 5 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. The draw will come to his left. Erie just 2 games here this weekend, their third of the season. Sit 1-1. We're still waiting. Lots of season left. A little up and down for the Otters. Just look how this one up and out of play. Was it cleaned out? Mitch Byrne, I think, looked like he was the guilty party, and it comes towards the middle of the ice, towards the neutral zone. They say, no, you're all right. He did get a piece of the glass. No penalty for delay of game. We'll continue 5-on-5. Mitch Byrne, familiar with this one. Got a friendly Erie Insurance Arena bounce on that one to stay out of the penalty box. Offside of the Otters. Trying to enter back in after a clear. Mitch Byrne stands up, Maxim Golod. Mitch Byrne, in that 2014 draft, if you look at that 2014 draft for the Erie Otters, first rounder was Taylor Radish, now graduate on. Kyle Maximovich picked up in the third, and 2 rounds after that, Mitch Byrne, drafted by the Erie Otters in the 5th round. All big parts of that championship team in 2017. As the Otters knock this one out towards neutral ice, Joe Mack gathered this in. Sends it left wing side. That's Dan D'Amato. Drills it to the near corner. Grabbed by the Frontenacs, and they just send it out to center ice. And on to control this biscuit, Curtis Henry. Aaron pass was looking for D'Amato. No dice. Intercepted. Hotchkiss flips it out ahead to center ice. Mack will take it there. So we volley back and forth. Look out. Down goes Henry. Just kind of lost an edge. Able to sweep it over for his partner Kishnick, who clears the center. Ramp back in off the blade of Druitt. Into the Otters zone, settled by Murphy. The Otters give right. Hoffman, as he lugs it out to center. His nice feed onto D'Amato into the offensive zone. Wrister off the stick of defenseman Brotney. And he'll settle in the far side corner. Moved ahead for Robertson. And out loose ahead. It's going to be the first round pick, Murray. The defenseman up on the rush. Has it poked away. Brett Newman follows up. But it's worked to center ice by the Erie Otters. And Kyle Maximovich keeps on plugging away to get this thing down deep into the near corner. Maximovich on loose. Gurney with it. His shot is blocked. Stepping in front of that, Brotney. And out to center. On a clear. Dumped in now by Kingston. Slowed by Murphy. He has had enough. He'll cover it. With 13:24 remaining in this first period. No score. That's the story for the Frontenacs the first couple of games. Still trying to find the back of the net. Only 6 goals for in their first 3 games. Only one team has less. The Flint Firebirds have only put up 4 in their first 3 outings. We're just getting underway in this OHL season. Lots of hockey to go. And for the Otters fans, we saw kind of the ups and downs, the roller coaster that a season can be. If you win 12-1, you think things come easy to you. We talked to Chris Hartsburg about that. We'll hear that interview during the intermission. And the Otters did not get to their game last night in Mississauga and paid for it, a 6-1 loss to the Steelheads. Here's Mitch Byrne keeping the puck in the Otters zone. 3 gold shirts will surround him and pushed ahead by Hayden Fowler as he twirls away from Mitch Byrne. Poked in deeper by Drysdale. Byrne able to get that puck behind his own net. Sends it around near side. Baker angled up off the near wall. Tapped one more time towards the Otter zone as LeRae has it cut off by Drysdale. And off he goes out to center ice and waiting for the sidecar to join him. It's Emmett Sproul. Knocked off the skates. Drysdale continues with that puck to the circles. But Udney follows up and the cycle is on for Erie. Beamish at the point. Wrist shot. Never made it on goal. Settles to the near corner. But Udney planted on the end boards by Paquette. But he gets right back after that puck. Sproul in to help him out as well. Now Chaika joins the fray in the far corner. Erie in offensive territory here. Foot race to the wall nearest me. But Udney guys it on for Sproul. Cross ice feed with a shot. It's Gillard that sails off a sliding body. Block out of play and into the netting behind goaltender Dugas. Marcus Gillard getting in the lineup. We mentioned that Ryan Martin injured out of the lineup for the Erie Otters here tonight. So that brings the first-year man from Welland, Ontario. 6'2", 185 pounds, Marcus Gillard, wearing 25 in his first Ontario Hockey League game. Played last year with the Niagara North Stars. This puck sent back down. Here's Max Golod. Erie in possession after the face-off win. Henry able to hold in. Yetman picks it up off the half wall. Now looks for the passing option. It's down low for Gritz. Further along, Golod behind the goal. Flick it out in front, looking for Gritz. That was defended nicely. Bernie will tie up the Otters behind the net. Spun loose. Golod after it. 3 white shirts on him. Now here comes Alex Gritz turning out of a corner. Feed out to the blue line. Kishnin waits. Shot deflected in front. Never made it on goal. Yetman with the blade down. But they do a good job of getting in front of Dugas. And not allowing much to get on him. Only 5 shots on goal total here in this first period. We're almost midway through. Loose out at neutral ice. Spiked in by Kingston. It'll be tracked down by Henry of the Otters. He'll jam the brakes on behind the net. Gives to his right. Now is Yetman. And a stretch pass by the Otters. Looking to get the goal line. And an icing call ends up on the Erie Otters. I don't know. They had a man making a defensive change. Paquette hopped off quickly as the puck went sliding by him. I don't know if it was going to be waved off at the time, but not the case. .11-13, scoreless hockey here. Otters and Frontenacs from the Erie Insurance Arena in Erie, PA. And Paquette has it from the blue line. Slap shot sails wide on the blocker side. There's Robertson. We mentioned 4 goals on the season already. As the Otters able to poke it off his stick, but they cough it right back up. Loose to the near circle. Fowler chases after for the Otters. Robertson after him behind the goal. As another one pops up to midair, and Fowler able to spike it away, knock it off the near boards. Trying to duck around a check and just feed it out to center ice. Gathered by Jacob Paquette. He'll give back to his defensive partner. Forward out towards the Otters line. Coughed up to Gurney. He'll settle it down for the Otters. Ahead for Fowler. Intercepted on the play. Robertson steps around a couple Erie Otters. Kishnick ran into him and able to free the puck up as Paquette heads on back. Drills it off the near boards. No icing on the play as it's settled by Murphy behind the net. Drysdale takes over for the Otters. He'll feed to Gurney. Out right wing. Man just on left wing side. Kyle Maximovich hits the circle. Trying to cut out to the front of the net. Bodied up. Penalty upcoming as this puck ends up out of play. And a holding call. Kyle Maximovich trying to drive to the front of the net. And the free arm of Emmett Gordon comes around, wraps up, puts the clamps on Maximovich, and the Otters head to the power play. Otters went 0 for 3 with the man advantage last night. 2 for 5 on the season, 40%, second in the league. Kingston's penalty kill, 9 of 11, 81.8. Right in the middle of the pack at 10. They'll win the draw and just lock this all the way down ice. Drysdale will wind things ahead as he snakes his way to center. Here he gives right side and enters in with Maximovich. Now Fowler. Snap it behind the net. Chaika takes over. To Podubny. Drysdale quickly steps around, a little side step, creates some time for himself as Cranford just bullies Drysdale now. And Cranford just knocks the puck and the body out to neutral ice. Garrett Podubny in to help out after Ryan Cranford, the overager, has not missed much hockey at all. Only 2 games he's missed in his OHL career since joining these Frontenacs a couple seasons ago. The Otters again have to go fish out to neutral ice. Drysdale holds it center red to Garrett Podubny, puts on the Ritz, and just, that was too easy. Quickly and easily read by Tyler Burney, picks the pocket of Garrett Podubny, throws it on goal. Another clear. Drysdale still out here with this power play unit. Erie changing it now to the second unit. As the group takes the ice, Gritz fires it in on the backhand. Taken by Mitch Byrne. He finds the open lane, and this will clear all the way down for Murphy once more. Mitch Burney, of course, spent a lot of PK time for the Erie Otters. And out here running this unit for the Frontenacs. Duff. Erie enters in, goal on right wing corner. Comes out towards the front, power move, but it's chopped off his stick, never got a shot away. And the Frontenacs will grab this one and lift it back down into Erie ice. 15 seconds with the man advantage. Maybe time for one more rush. Erie works out ahead. Here's Max Gola through center. Chips it around down the left wing side, but he's pinned along the boards. Grabbed by Brotny. Can they clear? It's still rolling around right at that blue line. Found again by the Kingston Frontenacs. Brotny will get it. Hand off to Hodgkiss. Blast that one off of Jack Duff, but that does it on the PK. He's out of the box. Steph, the guilty party, Gordon. We're back to even strength 5-on-5 with 8 minutes to go in this first. Still scoreless. Still only 5 shots on goal. Been sitting there 4 for the Erie Otters, just 1 for the Kingston Frontenacs on the visitors' side. Left in deep to the front zone. Angled up the near wall. Settle down and work it back under the blue line. Brand hands on the right wing side. Pass out towards the Otters line. Intercepted by Hoffman. Tries to get the motor going forward, but it's stepped into by Brotney. And again, here's Hotchkiss on a try. Trying to get around Kishnick. Kishnick not afraid, and then tossed down to the ice as Kishnick didn't like that play. On the takedown by Hotchkiss, who lost a glove on the play. Here leaves it out the near side boards. Will this go enough for icing? No. Paquette on back, and he'll hold from his end. And then Ali. And now Newman. Trying to stretch it out ahead. Robertson pushed into the boards by Curtis Henry. Erie taps this ahead with Fowler. As Hoffman on down near side will chase down 2 Erie Otters in on the forecheck along the near side boards, but Brett Newman disrupts that and he'll skate this out of danger. Flying down right wing side now. He's got a trailer in Robertson. Here's Brett Newman. Tied up behind the end boards. Robertson follows up. Kishnick trying to stay with him. Thrown out in front. The Otters defense is there. They cannot get it out of the zone. Shot from Murray goes wide. Held in at the blue line by Mitch Byrne. Hard ricochet off the end boards, so work it back out to the blue line. Robertson tried to give to the point men. That's going to be intercepted by Gurney, and Fowler takes off. He'll find the puck inside the front zone. Carries all the way to the far boards. Nice poke check by Murray. As the Otters send it back in from the blue line. Moved by Byrne. Tapped ahead along the near side wall. And instead they'll feed across and break out with Murray. Out through neutral ice, right wing side, fronts into the Erie zone. Murray going to try to drive in front of the net now. Taps it towards the net. Stop made. Rebound. Beamish will move it back behind his goal. Luke Beamish angles it off the near wall. As Gurney tries to step around him and able to poke it through the legs of Brotney. But the reinforcements right back after it. Bernie sees that one roll from him, and Kyle Maximovich moves it to the near side corner. He'll come up the wall, but right on top of him was Brotney, and the Frontenacs back the other way. Under 6 to go. A lot of time between whistles. We haven't even had the whistle to clean the ice. Get the shovels out here. Erie will dump it back in one more time with 5.5 to play, still scoreless. Dumped in by the Frontenacs. Murphy go to play. They got that glove that's still loose, and they throw it out in front, and it's going to pinball in. Ryan Cranford was able to find that puck, stash it to the front of the goal, hits off a skate, and deflects in. And it's 1-0 Kingston. Well, an unfortunate series of events for the Erie Otters because the glove that belonged to Matthew Hotchkiss sat inside the Erie zone for the longest time for quite a few minutes, and right there on the end boards. And as Dan Murphy went to go play that puck, the puck got stuck in that glove, so he shot both of them. Didn't get much on that attempt. And as the Fronts came in on the forecheck, able to pick that thing up, stash it out in front. Fortunate bounces, and it ends up across that goal line, and the Kingston Frontenacs come in with the 1-0 lead. Fired in once more by the Kingston Frontenacs. Murphy able to play that one easily with no glove behind the goal. He'll worked along the right wing by the Otters. Cross ice, feed in front of their own bench for Emmett Sproul. As he guides it out towards center red, Chaika comes into the zone, but it's taken right off of his blade, and off they come. Here come the Frontenacs left wing side. Baker, poke check nicely by Luke Beamish, and the Otters escape across the blue line. That's as far as they'll go. Kingston sends it back for Paquette. Worked ahead off the stick of Hotchkiss, former Guelph Storm first-round pick, and Henry will hold behind his goal. Changes for both teams. 4.5 to go. Kingston opens up the scoring here. Just their third shot on goal at a 1-0 lead. With Ryan Cranford on the board with his first of the season. Now it's the Ryan Dugas in some trouble here. Lots of opportunities behind the net. Get the goaltenders all tied up, but Dugas gets back. Erie holds in. Henry winds up. Slap shot upcoming. Stopped by Dugas. And with 4:09 remaining, they can finally send out the ice crew to shovel the snow. 1-0 Kingston. Ryan Cranford the goal. Otters find themselves playing catch-up in the first. Otters fans, I want to remind you that the brewery features real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the brewery at Union Station. Erie's original brew pub and restaurant located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the brewery, proud sponsor of the Erie Otters. So 14:40, the time of the goal. Cranford from Cameron Huff, former Sarnia Sting. And an assist to the glove of Matthew Hotchkiss on the play. Outside of that, I mean, it hardly counts as a shot, but Dan Murphy has not had much of a active evening.
I'm in section 104, row J, and I'm here with these nice people. We're going to do the Pizza Hut 2 minutes to win it. So if the Otters score in the next 2 minutes, they'll go home with a coupon for a free Pizza Hut pizza. No one outpaces Pizza Hut.
Draw to the left here of Ryan Dugas. Has stopped 5 shots so far in his first OHL period, regular season-wise. Erie wins the draw back. Drysdale holds and waits for some traffic to develop. Maximovich in front for Fowler. Nicely defended by Brett Newman, and he'll take off. Gets the pass from Robertson, and Newman flying down the right wing side. Pass across, trying to hand off to Druitt. Otters able to intercept that one, but here's Fowler. Oh, crunches a man down along the ice. They get right back up. I believe that was Robertson. Murray at the point. Slap shot. Kick save made. Robertson back to the goal, and the Otters block it. Drysdale steps in front. Held in by the Fronts. Glove down, though, by Fowler. He leads the charge ahead for the Otters on the counterattack. Fowler, leave it to the far corner. Gurney chopping behind the net. Kyle Maximovich picks it up near side. Cycled for Fowler. Tries the near wall. Instead backhands, out for Gurney. He'll feed to Duff. Right back to Gurney on the far half wall. Tucked in further. Stepping in front of that, Brotney. Gloving it down, though. Duff on the attempted clearing attempt. He'll activate in and come crashing down the left wing side. Feeds it across. Pinball's in front on the deflection, but it just avoids the net. Gurney takes over from the half-wall circle. Gives in front. Duff crashing. Couldn't get a stick on the shot. Leaves it to the corner. Brett Newman there for the Fronts. He'll elevate this one high ahead off a glove, and that will escape the reach of Robertson. Luke Beamish will pick it up. He's going to come charging back on the counter the other way. Beamish in flight. Leaves it from the corner for Emmett Sproul. Byrne watches Erie gives right back to the blue line. In offensively, looking to get some late period magic here. Under 3 to go, trailing 1-0. The Fronts with the lead. Byrne near side. And the gather, played off the wall, swept forward by Robertson, and that ends up in front of the Otters line. Settled here. As look out, Gillard, the lone man back. Oh, chance for the Fronts. Walking in with a backhand. Lorray the save. May rebound near side and snap just wide. They couldn't settle down that bouncing puck, and Byrne couldn't get it on goal. Otters just send it out to center, and Emmett Sproul will make it all the way deep. Get a man loose. Here's Chaika. Wrister. That sails high. Brendan Kishnick activates, holds in. Otters find Garrett Podubny. Gets loose. Snapshot. Held onto by Dugas. With 2:01 remaining in the first, and the Otters almost became a 2-0 lead for these Kingston Frontenacs. Marcus Gillard left there all alone on a 2-on-1, and a nice feed to Ryan Lorray. Couldn't really settle it down in time to get a great shot away, but the rebound, that was where the real trouble was. The Otters, fortunately for them, Tyler Byrne put it off the side of the net. Face-off won by Kingston. Skied out towards neutral ice. As the Otters intercepted, but look out, it's followed right back up. Coming in, Richter, that's off his stick. Curtis Henry deflects it up out of play. Kishnick made a nice play in the neutral zone. Let's keep that alive, but Kingston followed up quickly and moved things into the zone. The long reach of Curtis Henry at 6'3" ramps that puck out of play. Face off to the right of Murphy. In a 1-0 hockey game, Kingston strikes first here in this opening frame. As Alex Gritz waved out of the draw. Baker, he'll take this one. Look out, one face-off win. Baker, wrist shot. Came right to the tape of DeRungs. And Murphy up to the task, holds on, and will reset, drop the puck to his right. Business has picked up here in these final 4 minutes of the hockey game, or the period at least. One right back reset. They hold on. Ali. Pitch shot blocked by Golod. They'll try to tuck it towards the front. Bouncing puck settles along the near boards for Chad Yetman to pick up. In flight, Yetman. Ahead for Gritz. Settles in the corner. Angle it down low. Maxim Golod comes to the far side. Waterbugs back behind the net. Feed intended for Gritz and gathered back in off the side again. Here's Golod. Wrist shot save made by Dugas. Puck will flutter on far side. Yetman trying to keep it in. That's poked around the point men. And Yetman looking for it out of neutral ice now. Settles at the red line. He'll backhand it in. Stepping in front of Baker. Evan Brand. Try the near side. DeRung's turned around. Gritz jumps in. Kishnik has the biscuit just in front of the circle. Now Yetman swinging in front. Loose in front for Golod. Trying to get a shot away. Puts it off the pads of the goaltender, Dugas. And the Otters couldn't finish it off as he went rolling into the back of his net. Ali after it to the far side corner. Erie will chase to the near side. Yetman looking to get there first and pokes it into the corner. Erie changing behind the play. Alex Gritz remains out here. Fresh man on is Kyle Maximovich. But the Frontenacs will grab this biscuit as Henry sees his pass intercepted and thrown in further on a backhand play by Cranford. Cranford still battling away. He's got the goal here to make it 1-0. Final half a minute. As the Otters cannot clear the zone, Cranford will find this biscuit in the far corner. Smashed by Gurney. They tie up. He gets a little help from Robertson. Look out, loose out in front. Renster and the Erie Otters. I think that Kishnik got a glove on that to block it. Brotney sends it in deep. It's back behind the goal. Here's Robertson. Seems like he's been out here the entire period. Sent for Fowler, and the Otters still cannot clear. Murray has it at the point. Hand off Robertson, near side. Brotney picks it up on the back end, spins behind, and gives off the far side. Cranford gives in front, jam towards the goal. But Murphy makes one last effort to make the stop, and the horn sounds to take the pressure off the Erie Otters zone at the end of the first frame. A little slow moving to get us going in the first period. The Frontenacs do strike first. An unfortunate play for the Erie Otters with the puck getting stuck in a glove behind the net right when Dan Murphy went to go play it. Leads to Cranford banking it home from behind the net. And a 1-0 lead over the Otters through 20 minutes. We will step away for a break. When we come back, we'll hear from the coach, Chris Hartsburg's next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, here's the plan, UPMC Health Plan.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on.
Yes! Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
It's brand new and a classic, the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. This CUV delivers direct injection, turbocharged performance with super all-wheel control. Its dynamic design comes in great colors. Technology includes blind spot warning, lane change assist, and rear cross traffic alert.
Lease the all-wheel drive Eclipse Cross. Only $279 a month, 0 down, sign and drive.
And watch it turn corners and heads.
MSRP 25025, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles a year with approved credit payments plus tax, $599 paid at signing, includes first payment, doc fee, camp fees, title, and registration.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters head coach Chris Hartsburg. Chris, it seems like this is the kind of the ebb and flow of a junior hockey season in a young group in times that they are going to learn. I know the fan base was pretty high on the 12-1 victory, but it's a long season. What did you see at our team last night that saw things kind of dip compared to the game on Saturday last week at the home opener?
Yeah, I mean, certainly our energy was there. We just, at the start, we weren't playing a very smart hockey game. Our puck management was very poor. And we gave them opportunities to create offense, and I think, certainly that's something we were slow to rectify. I think, the pace of the game really caught us by surprise, and, certainly that's a team that skates extremely well, and I think, coming off the game we had where everything just kind of came very easy for us, I don't think we were quite expecting that, and, we warned them before the game, certainly, but there's only so much you can do, and, it certainly, I think it was a good wake-up call for our group, and understanding, 12-1 doesn't define who we are and what we are as a team. And saying that, I don't think the 6-1 loss last night, at times it seemed like it, but I thought, the third period we had a good pushback and we showed some good flashes there, and hopefully that can carry over into tonight.
I wanted to ask you about Dan D'Amato. He gets his first OHL game last night, jumping into the lineup, and I'll ask you too about Noah Battaglia as well, as he had his first OHL start. But this is a guy, Dan, that broken leg during his draft year for the OHL, goes and plays midget with the Vaughan Kings, and then here it's first player to be drafted out of that U18 draft and signed by the Erie Otters. For his story, to get him into the lineup, what can fans expect to see out of this guy as he begins to make his career in the OHL?
No, Dan's going to be a very useful part of our team here this year and for years to come. He works extremely hard. He goes the hard areas of the ice, but he's got puck skill. He can make plays. He's got a good stick. Certainly, he's got to add some muscle to his frame, but he's a young guy that's going to get better and certainly make us a better hockey team. Throughout the course of the season. And then with Noah, it's always tough to get your first start, and certainly, they got a couple of future NHL players playing there, and I think it was kind of a little bit of a rude awakening there at times. But the one thing I'll say, Noah battled all night. He competed all night. He did make some really big saves when he needed to, and and a couple of those goals I'm sure he'd want back. But all in all, for his first game, certainly we didn't help him much early on, but I thought he battled through it and did a lot of good things.
Brendan Kishnick is another one of those young guys that seems to, his first two games is impressed at the physicality. He's been able to catch some guys with their heads down and everything. Is that a component that this team kind of is missing? I know you have some tough physical guys in the taller side when you look at Jack Duff and Curtis Henry on that blue line, but having a guy that can kind of catch you off guard like that, only being 5'8".
Yeah, no, and that's Kish's game. I mean, Brendan's an in-your-face type player, and if you're not an honest player in front of him, he's going to get you. And I think that's the one thing that really appeals to us as a staff about Brendan is he defends extremely well because his gaps are tight, and that allows him to step up and have those timely hits. So, he's a fun player to watch because he battles out there. He's not a big guy by any stretch, but he's fearless and certainly a guy that we need back there to have those big impacts over the course of the season.
Team comes back home, you sleep in their own beds, go through routine, and back on home ice tonight against the Kingston Frontenacs, who are on a 3-game road swing heading into their second game of a 3-3. Last night in Niagara, they fall 3-1, but certainly there's some goal scorers in this. You look at a guy like Jason Robertson, a couple former Otters, and Mitch Byrne and Brett Newman, but a team that has experience from last season in a playoff run, but here they come in kind of behind the 8 ball, going 1-2 to start. They probably not happy with their performance last night. How do two teams match up coming off of both losses on the road?
I watched their game this morning. I thought they actually played pretty well against Niagara. Certainly Niagara's, picked to be one of the, upper echelon teams in the league this year and being a nationally ranked team as well. But, they're a bigger team. They play a very structured game, but they do have some skill. Obviously, the Robertson kid, he can score. He's got a tremendous shot. And they got a line of older players that play hard, and Bernie and Cranford and those types of players. And, for us, again, we got to know what they're doing, but if we're not playing the way we need to play, it doesn't really matter. So, my foresight into tonight is if we show up ready to work and move our feet and make it hard on them, then we're going to have success. And if we don't, then could be a long night for us.
All right, thanks for this, Coach, and good luck here tonight against the Frontenacs.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
That's Chris Hartsburg of the Erie Otters. We got more coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Where are we? The answer is right here, in your hometown, in your neighborhood, in your community. We are here offering 2-year degrees in workforce development where is needed the most. With evening classes, our students can balance life and work without having to leave their community. Visit regionalcollegepa.org for our degree options and application process. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. This could change everything.
Love where you live? Find yourself here with NPRC and enroll for spring 2019.
The new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars across the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Whether you're a newborn or a new retiree, life can be unpredictable. That's why when it comes to protecting your health, you want a sure thing you can count on. And that's Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. For your everyday needs in those unexpected moments. For support in a crisis and motivation when you're running low. And to be there when you need us most. Whoever you are and wherever you're headed, count on Blue. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Meet you at Molly's before the game, after the game, or for the game. The Modern Irish Pub is the Otters away game headquarters with live stream broadcast. Molly Brannigan's hospitality is rivaled only by her cooking. Our new menu features the finest homemade Irish fare, along with a wee bit of the unexpected. Happy hour is the perfect pregame. Score with buy one, get one appetizers and discounted drinks. And don't forget to try our Otters signature sandwich, the ultimate fan food. Molly Brannigan's, just north of Perry Square on State.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price, and at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. I'm Aaron Cooney. It's the UPMC Intermission Report. As we sit here through 20 minutes of play, only one goal to report. 1-0 Kingston through 20 minutes. Let's head right into our recap. A little slow to get going here tonight. As I know, maybe thinking that home ice magic would be there right off the start like the Otters had last week. But Kingston, a little more defensive, a little bit bigger, they're physical. As the Otters saw themselves stymied a bit and trying to really get pucks on net towards Ryan Dugas, the rookie goaltender. And they got 8 of them there, but he's stopped all of them so far. As, to be honest, when you look at that first period, you didn't really have any grade A scoring chances. Outside, I think Kingston may have had the best one to finish off a goal. And it was a near breakaway for Brian Leray. Murphy made the save, and that rebound skipped along to Murphy's right. It was nearly a wide open net, but Tyler Burney put it off the side of the cage. It was a bouncing puck, couldn't settle it down and put it on. That would have made it 2-0 Kingston at the time, but it just wasn't able to settle that down and get it onto the goal. But other than that, there's a lot of long-range stuff. I know Erie really hasn't made life difficult for Ryan Dugas just yet. I know we'll try to do that here into this second period. So the Otters would find the only goal end up in the back of their net. And a kind of really a freak play because we went Man, we went about 7 minutes or so without a whistle. It was wild. We didn't have the midway point whistle until right about the 4:20, 4:30 mark because we had just so much action, a lot of skating, a lot up and down. But during that time, that period of time, you had a mix-up between Brendan Kishnick and Matthew Hodgkiss of the Frontenacs. And Hodgkiss at that time, he lost his glove. And somehow that thing ended up in the middle of the Otters zone, ended up into the end boards behind Dan Murphy. So what you had that eventually led to the goal, puck was dumped in, Murphy went out to play it, slowed it down, and as he went to shoot it, we put it right into the glove that was loose from Hodgkiss and sat behind the net. So it screwed up the whole intended play and all the intentions right out the window. And as that puck sat there, then you get into scramble mode. And it ended up being Ryan Cranford who picked that thing up and just kind of tucked it out in front. And it goes off a skate, trickles into the back of the net, and just across that goal line, and there's your first goal. Just a fluky bounce, and unfortunately for Dan Murphy with that glove back there, I don't think he realized it was there. Nothing you can do. So 1-0 Kingston through 20 minutes of play. It's time for Out-of-Town Scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter, be staying with the best. A busy Saturday night. 7 other games going on out in the OHL. Let's take a look at them. London leads the Flint Firebirds 3-1. That's with the first period rounding out. North Bay and Niagara, they're knotted at 1 after 1. Hamilton Bulldogs a 3-0 lead. They've built up over the undefeated Peterborough Petes. That could be changing. We'll see. 38 seconds left in that hockey game. Oh, no, they just took a goal off. It's 2-0. Hamilton. All right, elsewhere, Guelph has a 2-0 lead over the Saginaw Spirit with 2 minutes to go in the first. Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds with a 1-0 lead after 1 over the Sarnia Sting. Kitchener Rangers, Windsor Spitfires, they're knotted at 1 in the first intermission. Ottawa 67s with a 1-0 lead over the Owen Sound Attack. 5 minutes into the first period. Compared to recent nights, this is one of the lower scoring games to get going, or I should say nights to get going in the league. Before that, we've seen a lot of high-scoring affairs, and teams are starting to settle in here defensively, it seems like. At least through the first periods on this Saturday night. We got more coming up. The second on its way here from the Erie Insurance Arena. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome to Tim Hortons.
I'll take a coffee and...
How about a bagel breakfast sandwich? They're just 2 for $4.
Ah, I like that.
Freshly prepared with savory sausage, fluffy egg, and melted cheese on a freshly baked bagel. Just 2 for $4.
I like that. I just fist bumped your speaker.
Oh, I just fist bumped you back.
Get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches on a plain bagel or English muffin for just $4. Or mix and match for $4. Great quality at a great value. It's all good at Tim Hortons. No substitutions or additions, limited time only at participating restaurants.
Jerry just gradually got worse and worse. Our doctor said the only thing that could save you is a live donor.
Karen's husband Jerry had end-stage liver disease and needed a transplant.
Our oldest daughter said, Dad, I'm a match, let's do this.
UPMC is the only hospital in the region that does living donor liver transplants.
UPMC saved all of our lives. My girls still have their dad. I still have my sweetheart.
I didn't choose to have my liver fail. I did choose UPMC.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
What sedan lets you hit the road and not the gas station? With an average of 37 miles per gallon highway, it's a 2018 Nissan Sentra. This compact sedan has a sporty profile thanks to its sleek aerodynamic design. It also has other great standard features like Bluetooth and remote keyless entry. The 2018 Nissan Sentra. 0 down for only $199 a month, sign and drive. What's the best-selling SUV in America? It's the Nissan Rogue. 0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months, sign and drive. The Rogue has standard features such as zero-gravity seats, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and rear cross-traffic alert. 0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months, sign and drive. Stop in and meet the Rogue family at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peachtree.
18 Nissan Sentra, selling price $19,247, VIN JY320068. 18 Nissan Rogue, selling price $26,100, VIN JP503998. Old lease is 12,000 miles per year for 36 with Tier 1 credit approval through NMAC. Lease payment is plus tax, title, license, stock fee, and $595 acquisition fee.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Getting underway with this second period. Otters trail 1-0. I'm Aaron Cooney with you to buckle up. Otters are going to tie things up, but it's going to be Brett Newman in control as we get to action. As his shot goes on goal. Oh, the rebound skips right to unintentionally directed, I should say, by Dan Murphy in front of his own net. I think he wanted to put that to the corner and end up dropping right in front of him. The Otters D is there, and it's golf down ice. An icing call here just seconds in to the Erie Otters. As the Otters do trail 1-0 on an odd bounce. A tough break for Dan Murphy, as there was a glove behind the net as he went to go play the puck, shot it into that glove. Cranford pinballed it out towards the front of the net and ends up across that goal line. Here we sit now after 1-0 Kingston. Erie quickly sends it out ahead and gets into the offensive zone. Fowler knocked into the end boards by Brotney. And now 3-on-2 this looks like, and the jostling back and forth. Jacob Murray pries it out of the corner, and he'll skate this one out towards neutral ice, flying right wing side. Head up, snaps it into the zone. Bodies towards the left, and they will keep that thing in deeper towards the Otters zone. As Jack Duff ties the man up, that puck springs loose, and Jamie Drysdale ahead for Sproul. He'll loft it towards the Otters bench, where Brotney takes over for Kingston. Murray ahead near side. Cransford, the goal scorer. And then on further, Tyler Burney, the big body at 6'4", 193. Just drives Duff into the near side corner to get that puck deep to the Otters zone. Moved by Huff on the left wing side. The Otters step in front of an intended receiver, and Garrett Penubney can skate this one at the center. Nice move, cuts the middle of the ice, now walks in, wrist shot, stopped by Dugas. And able to smother this one. I don't think he knew where that was. It ends up underneath him, and he's got the stop. And the draw comes to his right as both teams will make changes. Faceoff pulled back by the fronts. Brand holds now in the far corner. Stepping in front of that was Max Golub. He had tried to clear, and Golub keeps things alive inside the offensive zone. Now it's on Alex Gritz. Wrister sails high on the glove hand. Gillard keeps it alive. Banks one off a body. Held in by Gritz. They give to Luke Beamish. Wrist shot oncoming. Blocker save made. Gillard keeps it alive. Back to the near corner now. Otters after it. Turning and pivoting is Hotchkiss. Able to get up the wall for Baker. And he'll make sure this one bounces back to Erie territory. Max Golod there for the Otters. Watched by Durung. Gillard takes over for Erie. After the pass from his partner Beamish. The Otters sidestep a check, and it's skipped across and out to center. Golod left wing. Gritz drives the cage. Slap shot. Save made. Gobbling up that rebound is Dugas. He's done well tracking those pucks. You can tell just by some of his body reaction. He makes that initial save. And maybe it pops out, but he quickly gathers in where that thing is at. Smothers it before the Erie Otters can get there. Good job by the fronts, too, to box out and not allow Erie to get to that net, giving Dugas that time. Pulled to the corner on the face-off win for Kingston. Quickly moved behind their own goal. Lifted out near side. A little stick lift by Robertson, who's almost off the races there as he took that puck, almost took it away from Curtis Henry. But it is inside Erie territory. Sent in deep. Brett Newman after it behind the Otters goal. Runs into Brendan Kishnick. Fowler in. Takes a shoulder, but does make the play. Here's Gurney. Lofted into the far corner out from neutral ice. Battles with Murray. Chip behind the net. Maximovich crashes in, the Otters captain. But it's spun off of him. And giving up the right wing side. Off goes Robertson. A Dallas Stars pick. On for Newman now. His shot. Shoulder stop Murphy. Settles along the near side corner. They come up high. Thrown in front. Looking for the tap in for Robertson. And no dice on that. Skips wide. Settles in the near side corner. Just a little behind him on that play. Robertson gets it back again. Byrne activates. Couldn't get the pass to him, and the Otters just chip at the center ice. Here, 3.5 minutes in. Dumped in by the Fronts. Kishnik works it on for his partner, Henry. Skied out towards center ice. Here making changes on this opportunity. But it's gloved down. Good cut across by Jacob Paquette. And worked ahead by Kingston. Down to the near side corner, thrown in front. Lorage centering pass, intercepted by Henry. And spun out to center ice, off the stick of Mitch Byrne. D'Amato on his horse. Has a man with him in Hoffman. D'Amato throws it to the net. Glove save. Dugas saw the traffic oncoming. He'll take a step out, glove this down and hold for the whistle. 16:03 remaining in the second period. Took us a little while to get rolling in the first. For a while, we sat there with just 5 shots on goal, but we've quickly picked up the business. With both teams settling in, playing last night on the road. Kingston looking for the first road victory. Here's a try in front for Chaika, and he couldn't get it on goal. Erie unsuccessful in their first road game last night in Mississauga. Kingston 0 for 2 on the road, and they got one more road game tomorrow, and it'll be in Mississauga. That's tomorrow. Drysdale will pick it up from his own end. Takes a bit of a hit, but made the play to get it out to center ice, where it's sent back in offside by Kingston. Allows the Otters some time to pick this thing up. Look ahead. Drysdale intended for Sproul. That goes off his stick, no icing. Is on back, Brotney. Leaves it behind his own goal for his partner loose in front. Here's Podubny with a save. Dugas steps right in front of it, quick to that play. That bounced right onto an open Garrett Podubny blade, but he couldn't best Dugas. Drysdale back to it. Now Duff. Back at the Otters circles. Ahead for Emmett Sproul. Able to tap that one into the zone, and it settles down in the near corner. As Garrett Podubny, a low man in for Kingston Frontenacs, so able to work him off the biscuit, and Cranford heads it on ahead towards his own bench. Kingston comes back into the Honor zone, now turning, firing one on a twisting shot was Durungs. Settles behind the net. And here he bounces up the near side boards. Cannot clear, it's kept alive. Now Hodgkiss, the man in front, gets the shot away from the circle, and Murphy comes up with the save with 14:44 left in this second. 1-0 Kingston. Offensive zone draw upcoming. One of the first Kingston teams since I've joined the Ontario Hockey League, into my 6th season, but no Finns on this team. We've had a long list of Finnish-born players as their Euros, and a couple guys like Linus Newman graduating, moving on. After the run last year to the Eastern Conference Final for these Kingston Frontenacs. Erie unable to clear as Fowler looking to work this puck around the Kingston net as they throw it on towards the front of the net. And there's Brett Newman, the former Erie Otter. One-timer from the left wing circle as the Otters unable to clear the puck, get it out of their own end. And Brett Newman, the former Otter, finds himself wide open at the left wing circle and buries this one. No chance for Murphy trying to get across. Two 0 Kingston here at the Erie Insurance Arena, the second period. The Otters got to try it. Play catch up here once again, like last night. Back in their own end, Evan Brand. So along for Ollie. Bounced out towards center. Drysdale will pick up that errant pass. Stepped around Hodgkiss. Here's Drysdale wheeling and dealing into the zone. Wrister. And that's off the mark on the blocker side. Ritz hit hard along the near side. Boards kept it alive, but quickly moved ahead. And off goes Brett Newman to the races again. They give to Robertson. Left wing side in front for Newman. Couldn't get a stick on it. Gritz chopping at it, but they cannot clear. Ollie gives across. And here he good reach from Drysdale to avoid that play. Here's Golod. Erie with numbers into the zone now. Golod on in front, going to the backhand. Save made by Dugas as Yetman tried to knock that one in on the cross crease feed. Erie gets it back in front after it settled on top of the net. Golod backhander. Penalty coming up here. Erie's going to the power play. Duff hammers one towards the net. That one skips wide. Ali using his body knocks Yetman out of the way. I thought he poked that. It won't count as possession. Erie still rolling with it. Now 6-on-5. Upcoming power play. Duff for Drysdale. Back near side. Golod winds, fakes, fires wide on the blocker side. Drysdale holds in from the blue line. Waits, gives on to his right. It's Max Simic. Drysdale fans on the one-timer, and the Otters going to back up. As that puck trickles out of the zone, and they'll reset. Net empty here. Extra man on. Erie's going to the man advantage, and they'll allow Robertson to pick that one up, touch it. To the power play, the Otters will go. $12:54 left in the period. Turkey on the table for the Erie Otters to cut this lead in half. Brand gets the call for cross-checking. Erie's second power play opportunity of the night. They've come close here recently. Erie trying to get one past the rookie Ryan Dugas. Here's Podubny, flip one towards the net wide. Drysdale on his horse, keeps it alive. Down for Chaika in the far corner. Turned around, he left that one because he thought it was going to pop for Fowler behind the net. No dice as Brotney reads the play and snaps it on to Murphy down the other end. Drysdale carries the mail ahead. Otters first round pick, Jamie Drysdale, 4 in goal. Max Simovic to Chaika, puts it in off the rear end of Brotney, and Erie after it to the corner. Fowler on for Garrett Podubny. Holds, twists it on for Hayden Fowler, loose in the circle, but it's going to be taken away here by the Kingston Frontenacs. An off day goal, and Tyler Burney left wing side. Good poke check, frees it up by Drysdale. He gets it right back from Burney. Now Max Simovic. He'll go for a skate back in his own end, and now wind things up. Drifts to his right. Heads out to center ice across the red stripe, across the blue stripe, dish to himself. He collides here with Brett Newman, and Mitch Byrne sends this one off the blade and pops out of play. There's a couple of former Erie Otters able to force that whistle. The draw is upcoming to the left of Ryan Dugas. We go back, get a chance to look at the play. Max Golod setting up Chad Yetman. Probably could have finished it off on the forehand, but tucked it onto the backhand right before the Otters went for power play. Did result in the opportunity Erie's at right now with 40 seconds left on the man advantage. And Evan Brand in the box. Poked ahead to center ice and a clear for Kingston. Erie will back up Gurney. Now Luke Beamish gives left for Christian Gurney. Off of his blade, thrown in by Gritz. Erie chases after it to the far side corner. Golod to Beamish. Looks to hold on. Oh, just overskated. That one came out of the zone, and whistle will sound. Beamish looked to send it on to Christian Gurney. He just kind of lost the handle. And it came across that blue line, and Erie's offside. As they trail 2-0 here in this second period. 20 seconds left on the power play. Last season, Erie went 4-16-1-2 when trailing after the first. And they trailed 2-0 after the first period last night. That saw the Steelheads roll to a 6-1 victory, and Erie back from their own end. One more chance to lug it ahead. 10 seconds left on this power play. Gurney floats it in. Settles far side corner. Chopped up by the front. Erie gains possession. Here's Beamish with it at the blue line. Wrist shot, glove save, and held on to by Dugas. With 10:52 remaining. Out of the box comes Brand. We are even. 5 aside here in a 2-0 hockey game. The job will come to the left of Ryan Dugas. Eligible for this upcoming 2019 NHL draft, the 17-year-old from Hamilton, Ontario. And Erie 0 for on the man advantage. 0 for 2 on their only 2 tries. Icing call here to Kingston. As you would think the next one may come for the Kingston Frontenacs if we have any more penalties. Erie has yet to get caught with their hand in the cookie jar. All the way back here, face-off lead left. Once again, as we reset for a draw inside Kingston territory, picked up by the Frontenacs and dished out to center ice. Loray has it go off his stick. Henry takes over for the Otters, gives to Dan D'Amato. And one more pass ahead, Erie into the zone with Brendan Hoffman. Followed up by D'Amato. His slapper sails high. And we held in by Brendan Kishnick at the Otters line. Joe Mack looking for it. Stepped in front of, that was Brotney. Comes back out to Kishnick. Slap shot. Didn't make it on goal. That was blocked in front. Lee Ray stepped in front of that one. Flipped out towards center ice. Brett Newman, he'll gain that red line and fired on down. Wholesale change on for the Kingston Frontenacs. Nearly midway through this second period. Dan D'Amato ahead for Brendan Hoffman. Chip and chase, but he chipped it right off the leg of Gordon. And the Frontenacs counter ahead. Bring it across the ice. Almost ran into each other, but it's followed up here. And twisting behind the net. Hotchkiss trying to power his way out in front. He ran into Curtis Henry as D'Amato coughs it up along the right wing side. Here's Baker with it. Steps in front of him and knocked down along the ice by Henry. And the whistle sounds. Baker a little slow and shaken up. And the whistle will sound. I didn't see an arm go up, but we sit here at 9:40 to play in this second period. 2-0 Kingston. The lead here on the scoreboard as the ice crew takes to the ice. We have a second. Otters playing catch-up here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters fans, remind you that Chido's Dry Cleaners is the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Complete with an easy, accessible drive-thru and free pickup and drop-off, Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Brett Newman cashes in against his former team to make it 2-0 here for Kingston. On that goal, Dennis Golovachev picks up his first OHL point and assist as he sets up the fourth-year man. Brett Newman with his second of the season, excuse me. And we'll get back to the action here. Face off just outside the Erie zone. Otters take the puck back. Face-off win for Fowler. Head for Christian Gurney. Couldn't receive the biscuit. In they come. Down the left wing side. Golovachev trying to bounce it on in front. Drysdale able to defend that one. And sky it out ahead. Glove down by Jack Duff. He'll head man the charge here, but he's poke checked right at the line. And here come the Frontenacs. Looking to work ahead for Golovachev. Former Guelph Storm. He was a third-round pick in 2017 of the Storm. And brought in here by the Frontenacs. Add to a young lineup. And Mitch Byrne takes over now. His wrister. Murphy to stop. As Mitch Byrne, the former Otter, steps in front of Kyle Maximovich to pick that one up. Trial will be to the left of Dan Murphy. See a nice feed. Mitch Byrne gets open. We're going to hear from Mitch Byrne during the intermission. Over on the radio side, if you're tuned in here for the UPMC Intermission Report, former Erie Otter. Got to run through. I know his mom Christine's here in town as well. They're used to the Erie Insurance Arena, and kind of weird to come in as a visitor and go to the other opposite locker rooms, not down that hallway for the Otters. Here's Garrett Podubny. He's got a head of steam in the offensive zone as the Otters quickly spring from D to O. They give out to Gillard. His shot was blocked. Worked out ahead by Kingston. Left wing side, flying is Huff, the former Sting. Snaps it off a stick wide to the near side. Gillard, shouldered there. Cranford takes over. He opened the scoring as he smashed by Beamish on the end boards. And Chaika away. Looking for the puck is Garrett Podubny out at center ice. Trying to get the feet working. As that puck intercepted, taken off of his blade and sent on ahead. Look, Cranford after it. Oh, look out. Right underneath Murphy, and it just sails wide. Cranford to the goal. The net comes off. Did the puck go in? I'll hold the phone here. The net comes crashing off. The whistle sounds. It's washed out. We have no goal on the ice. So we'll wait and see. The Kingston Frontenacs, they thought they scored. So what happened? As Cranford played the puck towards the net, Murphy, it was a slow dribbler. He went out to poke check this thing away, and it just snuck underneath him. Ends up off the side of the cage. And as Cranford goes behind the net, again goes for some Harlem Globetrotters bouncing stuff. He got it to work in the first period for the opening tally. Then on this one here, throws it out to the front of the net. It goes off the stick. That was Luke Beamish D'ing him up behind the goal. And as Murphy scrambles to get back into his net, he knocks the net off its moorings. And then his body goes across the goal line. Cameron Huff was trying to help the officials make a call, but as he put the arms up, oh, that doesn't look like it's in at all. No goal. Glenwood with the call. Yeah, once we got to look inside, you can see that puck was underneath Murphy's right pad that was in the crease, and then the net came off. You got to try, right? If you're Cameron Huff, you got to try to at least get a look at it. You never know what'll happen when you get there, but the correct call is made. It remains 2-0. No goal. Face off here to the right of Dan Murphy. One right in front of Murphy. The Otters play it to the line, but not out. Thrown towards the goal. Bouncing puck. The Otters a couple of blocks there as Gordon able to hold in from the blue line. He's one to let it go before. Sent on for Matthew Hodgkiss to the near side. He crunches with Brendan Kishnick. They go back and forth battling behind the net. Puck is loose to the far corner of the Otters zone as Henry leans in on Baker. Baker trying to get loose. Here comes Kishnick once more. Penalty coming up here to Kishnick. As the Otters trying to get this puck free and tag up. Gritz will do so. And the whistle sounds. Here he's going to go with a penalty kill for the first time tonight. Kishnick will go for holding. And Erie to the Planet Fitness penalty kill. Trailing 2-0. The Kingston Frontenacs 1 for 13 on the power play on the season. 7.7%, sits 16th in the young season. Battled for as the puck squirts loose behind the Erie goal. Duff will take it, rattle it off the near side glass. Robertson nicely tucks it in. Able to hold as the Otters will come with some reinforcements and make sure this one is blasted down ice. Rodney gives to Robertson. Hands off Newman right wing. Chip it around Gurney. Chase after it. Swinging the twig at it was Duff, but it ends up behind the Otters net. Drysdale will get there. Roll it up the far side boards. Maximovich, he'll just tuck it out across the line. They'll force Kingston to reset back behind their own net. Erie on the PK this season, 4 for 5. Only gave up one power play goal. That was last night to Cole Carter, one of the Mississauga Steelheads. Robertson, they set up shop. Near side, Garungs, cross ice feed along the left wing. It's Robertson, sends it on in front. Pad stop made, loose in the blue paint. Murphy digging away, and they will find it. Smother the puck, gain the whistle. Crowd does not like the shoving that saw Tyler Burney on top of Dan Murphy. He was shoved into the net by Jack Duff, defending his crease. Murphy able to find that puck regardless. Makes the stop, gets the whistle. It appears to be all right. Shakes it off, and the draw will be to his left. Face-off pulled back by the Otters. Peter Chaika, and blasted down ice by Curtis Henry. Sproul will chase. Under 7 to play in the second period. The Erie Otters, they trail 2-0. A couple of goals for the Frontenacs, including one from Brett Newman, the former Otter, here in this frame. They step around a couple Otters. Hodgkiss snaps around the boards near side. Picked up by Robertson into the corner. He hands off to Cranford. He'll send it towards the blue line. Hodgkiss able to reach and keep that alive. They send it on for Bratney. Poke check nicely by Sproul. Sees that one pop into the bench of the Fronts. And a whistle.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Leo.
And a draw upcoming here. Face off will be at center ice here. 6:26 remaining in the second. 34 seconds left on the Kishnick minor penalty. False draw here, waved out. Will be Matthew Hodgkiss in his overage here. Alex Gritz will step in for the Otters, but it's pulled back by Kingston. And they'll set up with Murray behind his own net. Settling down that puck and now working ahead. Robertson from the neutral zone, snap it into the Otters' end. And behind the Otters' goal, Drysdale battling there. Cranford takes that puck. Now Baker on the far corner. Sends it out towards the point. Vacant point, no one there. Erie gets a free clear with 10 seconds left on the minor penalty to Brendan Kishnick. Jacob Murray looks left, gives that way. Intercepted by Drysdale. He'll get moving. Comes in the offensive zone. Drysdale 1-on-3 now, trying to get it towards the goal. Partial shot as it rolls in on Dugas. He holds on. With 5:48 to go, we're even strength now as Kishnick makes his way to the bench. Returned after serving his minor. The Otters trail 2-0. 8 shots on goal for the Erie Otters. 8 as well for the Frontenacs in this period. On the draw, Fowler a bit dinged up. Erie skies keep that alive, but they'll get a whistle here, a hand pass. And now Kyle Maximovich a little barking back and forth with Tyler Birney. Birney at 6'4", Maximovich standing in at 5'9". The face-off will be right in front of the Otters bench. Hand pass on the Otters. Luke Beamish, who gloved it down and was unable to gather it back in. Face-off win for Birney. Gives ahead, looking for Durungs. Skips between his legs. Beamish takes over for the Otters at his own end. Maximovich now Fowler for the neutral zone. Trying to get around Mitch Byrne. Tees him up. Puck loose for Birney. Hit by Christian Gurney, but they feed it along their own end boards. Played up the far wall. Held in alive by Luke Beamish to get a shot away. Kyle Maximovich sneaks in. Gets a little poke on Paquette. Now some pushing and shoving. Now Birney again goes after the Otters' Maximovich. Paquette was in there also. We got a penalty upcoming. I don't know if you're going to get both. We'll see. Maximovich was kind of the instigator, and he may have bought himself one. He came in and threw a little cross-check in that got things going, and Birney saying, well, how come I'm the only guy going? What's going on here? And Kyle Maximovich, the overager, the wily veteran now, buys the Otters a power play. Two minutes for roughing. And the Otters, a third power play chance here tonight. Second unit will start. 5:11 to play in this frame. Erie would love to get on the board here and half this lead. 2-0 Kingston. They hold right wing side. Jack Duff, cross ice feed for Gurney. Picks it up off the wall, throw it in front, save made, rebound, it's goal lodge, sending it high. Given to Duff at the blue line, now Beamish. Looks left, it's Gurney, holds at the circle, wrist shot, that's blocked. It was caught in front by Brotney. He gets back up as Duff lets one go. Another block in front. Spiked onto the corner, goal line. Trying to get away from the traffic of Murray. Brings it near side, 77 in goal. Otters set up shop here. They twist it towards the blue line for Beamish. Throw it towards the net. That's deflected. Oh, goal, and a save made by Dugas. A drifting screen by the Otters to get a good try to deflect it down by Gritz. But Kingston will pick up that rebound and send it down ice. Beamish ahead for Golod. Halfway through this man advantage. Golod. He's the right side. Duff shot. That's off the post. And skips onto the near side. Well, he can let it loose when he's just able to get all of that. As Duff tied up along the near side, it allows Baker to pick up the puck, and the Kingston Frontenacs are off, heading away. Throw it in front. They tap it in. Robertson with the short-handed goal. His fifth of the season, and it's 3-0 Kingston. Well, the Otters were in deep on the play, and back behind was Jack Duff as he got tie it up and allowed a 2-on-1 advantage. Robertson streaking to the front of the net. Dawson Baker able to feed it and thread the needle right to the top of the crease for the easy tap in. And Robertson makes it 3-0 Kingston. And now we have a discussion with our officials. They're going on the phone to take a review. I believe everything was good on the Kingston side. I don't know if they're going back to look and see if the Otters were the ones offside prior. There's it off the post. That's the shot from Jack Duff. And got right off the crossbar. No goal there. I believe we are okay. Everything will stand. We saw the entry real quick before we got to the shot from Jack Duff on our replay. The goal will stand, and it's a 3-0 lead. The Otters have allowed a shorthanded goal in consecutive games. And Robertson had 41 last year. He's got 5 already. A goal per game pace. Otters send it in. Yetman. Now Podubny on the left wing. Heads down to the corner. Gives down low. Kyle Maximovich picks it up out from the right wing side. Floats it for Drysdale. He'll enter and leave it deep for Yetman. Shouldered here as he makes his way to the near corner. Tripped up, but in to help out is Fowler. Here he looks right. He'll give to Maximovich at the circle. Wrist shot blocked. It skips off the leg of Paquette. Drysdale holds from the line. Now Garrett Podubny, left side. Wrist shot. That sails high. Here he has not hit the target much here tonight. Spiked out towards the line. Booted alive. Drysdale keeps it in. Here's Chad Yetman protecting the puck as the power play ticks down. Out of the box comes Bernie. And we're even strength as Fowler tries to swing it out in front. Yetman couldn't get a shot away. Garrett Podubny twists along the near side corner. The Otters will get another defenseman out there as Podubny trying to drag to the front. Shoved to the goaltender. Another penalty coming up. Here he's going to be careful. Don't take the retaliatory one. But I believe it's the initial call coming to Paquette for cross-checking. And everything just broke loose here at the whistle. As Podubny tried to drag that puck out in front, Paquette buried him into his own goaltender. And I think that's the initial call. And if the Otters even things up with everything afterwards, that could be the case. The Otters trail 3-0. Robertson, the shorthanded goal at 15:59 from Dawson Baker. And Paquette, the only man coming across. So Erie will have a 4th power play after the Bernie penalty expires, and right back to the man advantage for the Otters. Got to make something happen here before the end of the period. You've got 2:55 to work with in the second, and you find yourselves down 3-0. Second unit will start. They seem to have better success at the start of the last opportunity than the first unit. Erie back behind their own goal after the dump in. 3 Erie Otters. They cannot get it away from the forecheck of Cameron Huff. Good job on that shorthanded forecheck. Now it's skated ahead by Gurney. Gives to Luke Beamish. Looks ahead across that red line. Wheels towards the offensive zone. Poke checked off his blade. Bouncing puck along the half wall on the right side. Huff trying to clear. Beamish reaching back in. Goal on after it. Erie's got 4 gold jerseys on that far wall. Can they get it down deeper? Good job by the fronts to keep the traffic in the neighborhood and tie things up. They get it out to center. Otters reset. They'll chip it in down the left wing side. Erie centering pass. Nobody home. Grabbed by Bernie. It's on down ice. First unit starts to step on for the Otters. With it now, Yetman. Gurney. He'll lift it in left wing side. Drysdale and Maximovich, the point man. Yetman has the puck in front, looking to give off to Maximovich. That one pinballed back behind the net. Didn't make it out in front, and his puck skips around Drysdale. And on his horse is Brett Newman towards the Otters zone. Drop pass to the circle. Cranford takes over. Wheels in behind the Erie zone shorthanded. He'll just send it on back to his own blue line. That is efficient, smart penalty killing as Mitch Byrne takes over. Bank off his own net. Comes right back to Mitch Byrne. And he'll rifle it off the near side glass. Murphy out to play it. He almost handed it off to Brett Newman on the forecheck. Drysdale wheels in front of his own net. Erie can settle this biscuit down. They'll find Podubny to Yetman. Throw it in front. That's off the mark. That pass picked up by Brandon. It's back to Erie ice. And that power play quickly ran off the clock. Out of the box. Here comes Paquette in 5 seconds. Drysdale looks ahead. Gives right. Final minute of play in the second period. 3-0 Kingston. Angled off the near side corner on the dump in by the Otters. Paquette turns around. He's out of the box. We're 5-on-5. Yetman stymies the clearing attempt on the near side. Picks it back up. Gives to Garrett Podubny. Going to twist it to the front of the net. Save made by Dugas. Comes back to Yetman in the near corner. Leave it behind the goal. Maximovich wide open. Here's Podubny. Save made. Dugas. And the rebound back behind the net. Fowler. He's turned around. Yetman jumps in. Podubny after it, but it's out ahead to center ice. And here comes Paquette. Turned around, and the Otters with a steal. 20 seconds left. Maximovich settles the puck down. Gives to Henry. He'll lug it across center red and into the Kingston zone. On the near side corner. Stops and spins. Protects. 10 seconds left in the period. Fowler after it. As he comes across. Gives to Henry on the left wing half wall. Now Fowler going to get a shot away. Sproul with it. Middle of the ice. Taken away and sent up the far wall. Time will expire before Erie could get anything on net. Kingston takes advantage of the Otters' man advantage opportunities. They get the short-handed goal from Jason Robertson on the tap in to make it 3-0. Also adding in former Erie Otter Brett Newman with his second of the season. And at 5:36, Dennis Golovichev with his first OHL assist. And the Frontenacs rolling here at the Erie Insurance Arena. It's 3-0 through 40 minutes of play. We're going to step away for a break, and when we come back, the UPMC Intermission Report. We'll hear from former Erie Otter, now defenseman for these Kingston Frontenacs, Mitch Byrne, when we come back. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Whether you're an empty nester or a new retiree, when it comes to protecting your health, you want a sure thing you can count on. And that's Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Nationally recognized by J.D. Power for outstanding member satisfaction with Medicare Advantage plans. When you need great customer service, count on Blue. Whoever you are and wherever you're headed, when you need us most, count on Blue. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. This award is neither endorsed nor given by Medicare. For award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
When you have a great name you can trust, you know where you can get a great used car with guaranteed credit approval. Erie Auto Credit, the home of guaranteed credit approval 100% of the time. Stop in today or go to erieautocredit.com.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Where are we? The answer is right here, in your hometown, in your neighborhood, in your community. We are here offering 2-year degrees in workforce development where is needed the most. With evening classes, our students can balance life and work without having to leave their community. Visit regionalcollegepa.org for our degree options and application process. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. This could change everything.
Love where you live? Find yourself here with NPRC and enroll for spring 2019.
When you need a loan and you don't know where to get it, you gotta call Erie Auto Credit, Erie Auto Credit, and ErieAutoCredit.com.
The new Express Sports Football and Car Racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars across the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The new home of the Erie Otters. WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here. Special guest joining us at this time, Mitch Byrne, now defenseman for the Kingston Frontenacs. Mitch, I want to kind of look back. because I was looking at through some of the draft year stuff. I mean, you're in your overage year. I was looking because I was writing a story on Kyle Maxim, which you guys were kind of taking right after each other. He went that last third-round pick for the Otters, then you were fifth round, just two rounds after that. Take me back to that draft day. What was it like for the Otters, and for what that was the first year they won that 50-win season for this team to pick you up, and then your career went off from there?
Yeah, honestly, it was one of the best days of my life being drafted by the Otters. 16, coming into a city like this, and coming in as a boy, and they kind of spit me out a man. So I can't thank the Otters enough for drafting me and believing in me, and doing it alongside guys like Kyle and Taylor and all those guys. It was amazing, and winning the championship here, it was one of the best times of my life. I have no words for it.
I mean, everybody, this whole city still looks at that, and being part of that team, it's historic for them, just to get back to into the glory of where it was at, and after so many years long, and to be a part of that. But last year, obviously, this team goes in a different direction. You're a guy that was out there, sought out, a guy that has a championship caliber experience in the postseason. What was that day like when you found out that you were being traded from the Otters, a team that brought you in and brought you to the OHL, over the Kingston Frontenacs?
It was a bittersweet moment. I was just practicing one day and kind of got pulled off, and they kind of gave me some options, and I was obviously sad in the beginning, but it was a new chapter for my career, and moving over to Kingston, and they've taken care of me over there too, and it was just, I think it was kind of, at the time, it was kind of what we both needed, me and Erie, and and the whole management. But I can't thank them enough, and everything worked out perfectly. So,
what was the run like? Obviously, that team loaded up, and I know the group didn't get to where you wanted to be, but man, it must have been fun to be part of another year in the playoffs, another year of being a contender team.
Yeah, it was awesome. Another conference finals. It was just more experience under my belt, and Kingston traded for me there at the last minute. I kind of knew what I needed to do and what role I needed to play on that team, and we came up short, but we were all pretty excited with the season we had, and going past the second round, and first time in how many years, and so it was a good run, and not like Erie's, but but yeah, I had fun.
Tell me, so now you're in your overage year. Last year now in the Ontario Hockey League, how did you prepare for this season? You got one more year in your belt to impress, whatever the next step may be. How do you get set and for something like this, knowing that the OHL is going to be in the rearview mirror here soon?
Yeah, I know. Kind of snuck up on me there.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
I know. The 5 years went by really fast, but I'm prepared for the future. Whether it's school or maybe I get an NHL camp, something like that. We'll see, but. I just kind of keep my feet grounded and keep moving forward this season, and try to do my best.
So coming in to the Erie Insurance Arena on a bus, and then walking down this hallway, you walk past the Otters locker room. What was this, just a couple minutes ago, this moment like coming in as a visitor now?
Yeah, it's really weird. I walked over you should have seen Numi tried to walk into the Erie dressing room. I was like, oh man. But it's weird being on the other side of this. With all the great memories and the years spent here, it's going to be a fun game. Playing against my old buddies and the atmosphere again, being in Erie and the Erie fans and the culture. I can't wait to get out there.
All right, thanks, Mitch. Have fun here tonight, and hey, it was a pleasure to work with you the last couple of years.
Of course, thanks, Kenny.
That's Mitch Burton of the Kingston Frontenacs. We'll have more coming up here on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, here's the plan, UPMC Health Plan.
Meet you at Molly's before the game, after the game, or for the game. The Modern Irish Pub is the Otters away game headquarters with live stream broadcast. Molly Brannigan's hospitality is rivaled only by her cooking. Our new menu features the finest homemade Irish fare, along with a wee bit of the unexpected. Happy hour is the perfect pre-game. Score with buy one, get one appetizers and discounted drinks. And don't forget to try our Otters signature sandwich, the ultimate fan food. Molly Brannigan's, just north of Perry Square on State.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price, and at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
Welcome to Tim Hortons.
I'll take a coffee and...
How about a bagel breakfast sandwich? They're just 2 for $4.
Ah, I like that.
Freshly prepared with savory sausage, fluffy egg, and melted cheese on a freshly baked bagel. Just 2 for $4.
I like that. I just fist bumped your speaker.
Oh, I just fist bumped you back.
Get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches on a plain bagel or English muffin for just $4. Or mix and match for $4. Great quality at a great value. It's all good at Tim Hortons. No substitutions or additions, limited time only at participating restaurants.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. We have played 40 minutes of hockey, but it's all Kingston as they hold a 3-0 lead. The Otters in the locker room, time to play catch-up, similar to last night. I'm Aaron Cooney. It's the UPMC Intermission Report. With the Otters trailing 3-0 here on home ice Saturday night, and looking to got to find their game here late in the evening and in this third frame. And until then, we'll jump inside the Arctic, or rather, it used to be the Arctic. It's just a recap. We're inside the UPMC Intermission Report as we recap it in the first period. A little slow to get going. Before pressure started to pick up towards the end, but the first goal, just an unfortunate bounce for goaltender Dan Murphy, as the officials leave some equipment loose on the ice. The glove of Matthew Hotchkiss, one of the Kingston Frontenacs overagers. It sat inside the Otters zone for a little while, and as play continued for about 3-4 minutes, it ended up back behind the Erie goal. And as Dan Murphy went out to go play the puck, that glove gets in the way on the end boards. And as he tries to snap it around the horn, just gets stuck in there. Cranford comes crashing in. Ryan Cranford, another overager for these Kingston Frontenacs, able just to flip it towards the front of the net, and it banks, pinballs around, fortunately for him, and ends up across that goal line. 1-0 Kingston. And that was just a bummer of a play, man. Like, what can you do? You're Dan Murphy. You would think that an official would pick that glove up. And you do it with sticks, you do it with other equipment. I mean, you've seen helmets get picked up off the ice, but that glove literally sat in the Otters zone for a few minutes. It eventually cost the Erie Otters on the play, 1-0 after one. Head to the second, the Otters just unable to do themselves any favors. They did fire 11 pucks toward goaltender Ryan Dugas, making his first OHL start, and they did provide some pressure. Max Golwad had a great chance. Chad Yetman had a good chance, and up to the task was Ryan Dugas. But the Otters cannot best the rookie in his first Ontario Hockey League start. But who did? Brett Newman, the former Erie Otter, comes back to bite the Erie Otters in his former home. And that comes at 5:36. The Erie Otters were unable to clear up the near side wall. And as they tried to escape the zone, Erie kind of got caught cheating a little bit. Dennis Golachev is able to pick that thing up, send it cross ice. Wide open was Brett Newman at the left wing circle, and he buried that. He wanted that one bad. You could tell in the celebration. He was stoked. He gets the second of the year, and it's 2-0 in favor of the visitor. They'd add to it as the Otters, they had 3 power play chances in that frame, and really nothing happening. until the Kingston Frontenacs sprung loose through the neutral zone. And it's Dawson Baker finding Jason Robertson, second-round pick of the Dallas Stars in 2017. Probably one of the easier goals he's going to score this season. The guy can let it rip, but he crashes to the front of the net. Just has to tap this one home behind Murphy on the cross-ice feed. 3-0 Kingston through 40 minutes. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter, be staying with the best. Flint looking to make their comeback. They trail the London Knights 3-2 in the second intermission. Niagara Ice Dogs open up a 4-1 lead on the North Bay Battalion. Hamilton Bulldogs, a 6-0 lead over the Peterborough Petes. That's after 2. Guelph Storm lead the Saginaw Spirit 5-2. Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds and Sarnia Sting tied at 1. Kitchen Rangers lead the Windsor Spitfires 2-1. Then the Ottawa 67s over the Owen Sound Attack 2-1. That's in the second. We got the third coming up next. Otters need some offense. They trail 3-0. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Whether you're a newborn or a new retiree, life can be unpredictable. That's why when it comes to protecting your health, you want a sure thing you can count on. And that's Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. For your everyday needs in those unexpected moments, for support in a crisis and motivation when you're running low, and to be there when you need us most. Whoever you are and wherever you're headed, count on Blue. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
It's brand new and a classic, the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. This CUV delivers direct injection, turbocharged performance with super all-wheel control. Its dynamic design comes in great colors. Technology includes blind spot warning, lane change assist, and rear cross traffic alert.
Lease the all-wheel drive Eclipse Cross. Only $279 a month, 0 down, sign and drive.
And watch it turn corners and heads.
MSRP 25025, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles a year with approved credit payments and plus tax, $599 paid at signing, includes first payment, doc fee, cap fees, title, and registration.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back to the Erie Insurance Arena. Aaron Green along with you for this third period. Erie needs some offense here early and often. They trail the Kingston Frontenacs 3-0. As we take to the ice for the final period here tonight. Erie moving left to right in the gold jerseys. Normally left for the road, but Kingston, the 3-3, they brought the whites. So Erie wearing the golds here in this evening's tilt. We'll be back to the whites next week in Erie, a pair of games. October 5th and 6th, the Sudbury Wolves on Friday next week. And then as we move into October, already October. On Saturday the 6th, the Saginaw Spirit come to town. Into action we go. Kyle Maximovich out here with Chad Getman and Alex Gritz. Bouncing the lines a bit here for the Erie Otters. Tossed on in by Maximovich. That went off a body of one of the blue liners. Mitch Byrne, I do believe. And it's Kingston rattling it back into the Otters zone. On the right wing corner. One hit on the stick, prodded along, but not out. Skips over the stick of Mitch Byrne. Now, so it will get out of the zone. He hands off to Paquette, and into the zone it goes once more. Newman after it for Kingston. Poked behind the net, Kishnick after it as he bundles up Golovichev, and this one rolls back to center ice. Chad Yetman blindly tosses it the other way, and this not enough for an icing call. Mike Simic will bounce a man off it, and maybe we get a steal as well. Yetman throws it in front, sticked away, out of play by Dugas. And the whistle, 55 seconds in to this third period. Erie down by 3. And you got a rookie goaltender in there, Ryan Dugas. He's made 20 stops so far. His first OHL start. 3 shutouts last year with the Ancaster Avalanche. Looking to start off his OHL career in similar fashion. Here's Jack Duff. Gives back to Jamie Drysdale. Erie back at their own line. Ahead for Christian Gurney. Sent down the right wing side. Chaika after it. Stepping in front of him with Tyler Burney. The Otters step up. Little collision bumps Cranford off the puck, and the Otters try one more time. Flipping it in, Golaw down the left wing side. Tries to get the puck way behind the net, and a tie-up with Brotny. Gurney picks it up. Gives off Duff. One-timer off the post. That's 2 posts for Jack Duff. And his stick broken, too. He heads to get a new twig. The Otters smartly just send it back to Drysdale, who's playing free safety back at his own end. Ahead for Chaika. Erie into the zone once more. Chaika lets a wrister go that sails wide. Gurney now to the blue line. Drysdale looks at Duff, doesn't give. Fires it to the net. That's off the backside of Brand on the break. And this one, where'd it go? Glove down by Duff. That gets loose, and the Otters penalty coming up here. Duff goes right after Cameron Huff. So you had Duff versus Huff. Penalties coming up. The whistles sound. As Duff went to glove that one down, trying to hold in. It popped up in the air after it went off his glove. And then Huff came crashing in. Jack Duff did not like it. And it appears that Jack Duff is the only one getting a penalty. As he comes over to the penalty box, he'll take a seat. And now the door opens for Kingston. And Cameron Huff will take a seat as well. A minute and 52 seconds off the clock. Are we going to go 4-on-4, or is there extra penalties being ushered? We'll wait and see it. Well, that's deliberated. Otters fans, I'll let you know about the Icebreaker tournament coming up here. It's going to feature some great NCAA hockey while the Erie Otters are actually going to be on the road taking on the Kingston Frontenacs. That's in a couple weeks. But Otters fans, you can take your tickets to the box office and get a weekend pass to the Icebreaker tournament for only $40. That's $10 for 4 games. And it's going to feature Notre Dame, Providence, Mercyhurst, and Miami University. That's October 12th here at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters are on the road. It'll be Friday and Saturday. So, if you need your hockey fix while the Otters are on their east swing, you can check out the Icebreaker tournament for just $40 using your Otters tickets.
Penalty to number 14, Connor Ali, and Erie penalty to number 34, Jack Duff. Each 2 minutes for roughing. Down the penalties, 158. Duff, Ali, and Duff, each 2 for roughing, and 158. Joe Bradney, your contestant.
So we just heard from Dean Pepicillo on the PA. The extra penalty actually goes to the Frontenacs. Cameron Huff and Connor Ali, the guilty parties for Kingston. Jack Duff, the only roughing call to the Otters, and the Otters are heading to the power play for a 5th time tonight. So the Plymouth Tavern power play takes the ice. As Evan Brand's wondering what's going on, as he's coming to the penalty box, and hold on a second here. That's right. They announced Cameron Huff, who's standing at his bench right now. Now Ali gets up out of the penalty box. Lots of confusion. So Cameron Huff was announced with a roughing call, and now he's on the bench. Cranford's in the penalty box now. So you have Cranford and Ali. Well, Huff he got away with one. So now a penalty coming up to the Otters as a break for Baker on a shorthanded try. He's roughed up from behind by Garrett Podobny. And the whistle sounds. Drysdale was heading to the penalty box. He was the guilty party on the tripping call as we got to action. They come crashing into Dan Murphy. And I think we're going to be even 4-on-4 now. Otters' door opens up. Drysdale, the guilty party. And Garrett Podobny picked up an extra one. So, okay. We're going to keep this going. It's going to be a 4-on-3 power play for the Frontenacs now as we go from power play to penalty kill in 11 seconds. Oh, what a turn of events. 4-on-3 penalty kill now for the Erie Otters. That's the Planet Fitness penalty kill. Jamie Drysdale picking up his first penalty minutes in the OHL. The draw to the left of Dan Murphy. 4-on-3 power play on for the Frontenacs. They already have a lead, 3-0. Kishnick will poke this one to center. He wants to run with it. All the way down to the near corner. Shoved by Brotney. Still after it here to Inggold. The lone man in, 4-on-3 to the near corner. Just pins it along the wall. How about the penalty killing there from Brendan Kishnick? Jarred loose and off come the front. Robertson. A little drop pass. And back is Kishnick to take it away. And hey, he'll go for a skate again. Ducks around him and throw him down to the ice. And the Otters are up in arms as they thought there should be a penalty. Now the whistle calls. And an interference whistle will be blown for Jacob Brotney. Now we got 3 aside in the penalty box, and then we're going to skate 3 aside, 3-on-3, with 17-19 to play in this third period. And the Otters trailing by 3. Threes are wild right now. I thought the Otters coaching staff was going to hop onto the ice after that play. The whole bench was up in arms. So here we go, 3-on-3. Usually see this in overtime. We're going to skate it here in regulation. Flying down the right wing side. It was Paquette trying to shuffle in front. And it comes now to Bernie. He ties it up in the near side boards. And they get loose. Look out, wide open Paquette. Wrister, that's off the mark. On the glove hand side, catches the dasher and pops out towards neutral ice. If you're Kingston, just run the clock off, right? You don't want to give anything up and don't let this team back in as Maximovich bodies up with Paquette. Paquette just twists him around and tosses it in deep. Settle behind for the Erie net. And Beamish lugs it ahead. Luke Beamish, third year in the OHL, second year at the Erie Otters. Given down low, Beamish in behind the goal now. In front, wide open, Fowler, and he directs it wide. Bouncing puck along the far half wall. Erie shovels it up towards the blue line. Mitch Byrne will intercept and give back to Robertson. 3-on-3 for 20 seconds. And ahead comes Jason Robertson. Already has one. Hands off to Brett Newman. Twists to the front of the net. Gets it on goal. Murphy makes the save. Loose towards the Otters goal. Diving as Newman can't get it on net. Robertson takes it to the corner. Mitch Byrne now holds at the point. Throws it down deep. Yetman's going to step in front of Brett Newman. And off go the Otters. 3-on-3 here. And now stepping out is Cranford. It's 4-on-3. Erie on a PK. Alex Gritz. It's only for another 4 seconds. Gritz looks up, takes a look at the clock. And out of the box comes Drysdale as well as Podobny. Look out. Oh, fan on the play. Cranford has it. Snapshot. Save Murphy. That's the giveaway by Henry. Here's Gritz. To Garrett Podobny just on. Erie on a power play now for 20 seconds. Cranford to steal. He's got Newman with him into the Otters zone. They give to Newman. Lets the one-timer try go. He fanned on the play. Yetman looking for it. Wanted to go skate the stick. Failed on the attempt. And it's fired back into the Otters zone by Paquette. Brotney will step out in 2 seconds. And we're back to 5-on-5 after some interesting reception there. Fired back the other way. Erie chasing behind the net, but it's going to be snapped around by Durungs, and taken over by the Otters blue line. Look out. Hooked away from goal line. Fresh on. Golovachev, and Erie has to chase it to the near corner of their own end. Drysdale sends it up ahead. Picked off, and the Otters come away with it. Here's Gurney. Nice back check to get back into the play by Evan Brandon. Knife it away from a streaking Christian Gurney. Look out. Golod lost an edge down in his zone. Man, it is getting weird down there. Chaika can lug it out through center. Poked away from him as he comes in. Brand once more, a nice defensive effort. Golovachev shoved by Kishnik, but coming into the Otters zone and trying to break through three was Dawson Baker, only to have it stolen away by the Otters. The lift at the center. Here's Gurney. Lone man in. He would be offside. He fanned on that play, 1-on-4. He continues to give chase. The Otters could be whistled for an unintentional offside here, but it's going to be lugged ahead by Hotchkiss, and off he goes towards the Otters end. Skips it around Kishnik, gathers behind the Erie net. Hotchkiss all the way up to the far side half wall. Twists around, run into by Alex Gritz. Keeps on rolling with that puck down the right wing side until he runs into Beamish. And the Otters looking to clear, cannot. Hotchkiss once more has it. Tie up along the far half wall. Erie finally takes two to knock it loose, and Maximovich will take over. He'll wind up, and the Otters will reset their breakout. Kishnik ahead for Yetman. Drysdale in flight, has it now into the offensive zone. Trying to step around the D, knocked off of his stick. Yetman able to hold from the line, but it's knifed ahead, and a little lift by Brand gets it back to Erie's ice. 3-0 Kingston. Final 13.5 of this third period as Yetman comes in. Got a lane, trying to walk it on in. Got a shot away, that was stopped by Dugas. Settles in the far side corner. Kingston territory. Kyle Maximovich gets it loose for Gritz. Trying to work it to the blue line. He had Henry, but it went off the skate of Loray. Erie settles to dump it in deeper. Drysdale looking to keep in. The clear rolls off his stick. Maximovich now to center. Erie leaves it up the far wall. They'll just hand the puck over. Loray takes over. And Kingston taps it ahead. Robertson for Brett Newman on his horse to the near corner. Pinned to the wall by Curtis Henry. Drysdale takes over. Looks ahead. Nice dish. Fowler. Erie in flight. 3-on-2 here. Curl it on for Garrett Podubny. Reaches. Receives on the back end. Gives deep for Fowler. Out of the corner. Intercepted by Jacob Murray. Heads behind his own net. And just pokes it up the far side wall and out to neutral ice where a ton of linesmen. And Podubny takes over for Erie. He'll find Fowler out at center ice. In his own left wing side. Skip it across for Fowler. Or rather Sproul, I apologize. And a stick came up and looked like that caught Brotney, but he is all right. No calls upcoming. The play inside Kingston territory. Thrown on goal by Beamish. Blockered away as it was coming in high. Another stop for Dugas. Here's Emmett Sproul. Gets the puck away on a steal. Nice play. Now Gillard has it. Snapshot towards the net. Never made it on net. Hit escape, but Sproul still after it to the near side corner. He's planted. And allows Kingston to find the biscuit and elevate it up off the wall out to center. Settled by Gillard. He'll headman this one to Garrett Podubny. Sweeps it into the zone. Heads off on change. Back. Paquette. In some trouble. Staying on the forecheck. Nice play by Emmett Sproul. Good shift for him. Going to get some energy going for the Erie Otters as they trail by 3. Under 12 to play. Here in this third period from the Erie Insurance Arena. Jamie Drysdale. On for Gurney. Backhanded in. After it is goal line down the near side corner. Gordon will get there first for Kingston. Elevated ahead by Paquette. And it'll bounce back to Erie's line. Settle it there. Chaika. Launches this one out ahead to center ice. Was looking for Gurney. Instead it goes off the leg of Cameron Huff. And settled down by Kingston. They'll try the left wing side. Jamie Drysdale steps in front of that one. He'll intercept. Drysdale, a burst of speed. Goes to the backhander. Rises high on the shot. Kishnik will throw one towards the goal. That one's picked away by Dugas. Golan on his horse. Keeps it alive. Swung near side. Kishnik comes crashing in. Runs into Paquette. Now the jostling back and forth along this near wall right at the face-off circle. Golan able to jar it loose. But in to help out Emmett Gordon. Back behind the goal now. We got some equipment loose as Kishnik throws a check onto a man. That was Huff. They push and shove along the near boards. The clear is made by Kingston. Still behind the play. Huff and Kishnik go back at it. But the Otters have to find this puck in their own end. After it is Hotchkiss in the far corner of the Erie territory. They'll drop it off for Drysdale, who intercepts and just looks ahead for a passing option. At center, it's Chaika. And he'll drop it down to the near corner. Played by a high stick. The whistle sounds with 10:19 to go in the third. The Otters still looking for their first goal. Ryan Dugas has stopped 21 here are the Erie Otters shots. Well, they blew the horn and threw everybody off. We shouldn't have the timeout for the ice. We still have 19 seconds to get to that midway whistle. Everybody realizes it now, and we still got a little bit more time before that. Face-off will be to the left of the Kingston rookie netminder. Face-off won by Kingston. They give out to center. Step around Duff. Here's Robertson. Pokes it into the Erie zone. Won't go very far. As Beamish able to disrupt that, he takes the puck over now after a pass from Jack Duff. Set ahead for Grits. That goes off his skate. Erie couldn't pull that one in. And ahead come the Frontenacs. Long range wrister. Right at the blue line. Durungs lets it loose. Glove down by Murphy. And now we'll have our timeout. As we're midway through this third period, the Otters trail the Kingston Frontenacs 3-0. Need to find some offense quick. Otters fans, reminder that True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk is your official milk choice of the Erie Otters. True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk, the official milk of the Erie Otters. Pick up a gallon today at your local grocer. Look around the league here. London with a 3-2 lead over the Flint Firebirds. This is our out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels. Niagara with a 5-1 lead over North Bay. Hamilton, they hand Peterborough their first loss of the season. They got a 6-0 lead. Guelph leads Saginaw 5-3. Sarnia and Sault Ste. Marie, they're still knotted up at 1 in the third period. Kitchener holds to a 2-1 lead over the Windsor Spitfires. And Owen Sound has just tied the game up there with the Ottawa 67s, knotted at 2. Back to action from Erie. Well, the Otters put 12 up on the Flint Firebirds on opening night. Have not been able to find the back of that here on home ice in their second matchup. Here's Max Simovich down the right wing side. Feed up by Brodney, runs into the referee, sends it out the blue line. Duff with it, walks in. Dan on the shot, it's still loose. Ends up to the circle. Another snapshot from Duff. Shouldered away by Dugas. Brodney, backhander, shovel, cannot get it away, but it will roll off the stick of Yetman out to center ice. Duff does have 2 posts on the game as well. But we're not playing posts. Here he's got to find it and get it past Dugas. Have not been able to do so yet. They trail 3-0. Robertson will just put it off the glass and out. Look out. Foot race towards the Otters net. Reaching is Beamish to knock it away from a streaking Kingston Frontenac and Golovichev. Lifted up the near side. Bernie taps it into the Erie zone. A little deflection as we enter under 9 minutes to play. Here's Garrett Podubny. Pass ahead for Emmett Sproul. Able to glove this one down and working in the zone. Got a man across. Gives that way. Nicely defended and knocked away at the last second before a crashing Hayden Fowler could get there in time. Murphy will play this one. Hands off to Henry. Cross ice pass. Reeled in on the backhand. Here comes Garrett Podubny. Taken right off his blade by Cameron Huff, and it's back to center ice. Sproul. He'll fire it in. Man, does he look like a player here for the Otters in the first couple games. You can tell from the interview, we talked to him last night. Does he feel even more confident heading into year number 2 of his OHL career? Erie from behind their own net. Podubny looks. He's at the blue line and makes his way to the red line. Shuffles it to his right. That's Kishnik. Steps around, ducking the check of Evan Brand. Fires one towards the goal. That one didn't make it there. It was blocked in front. Hitting Brian Leray in the clear as the Frontenacs poke it towards the Erie line. Just on Maxim Golod. He'll feed it ahead for Fowler. Gives ground. Throws it towards the line. Intercepted. Golod back after it. He'll pick it up now. Steps around Ali. Trying to drive the net. Gets a shot away. That sails wide on the drive to the cage. Bouncing puck to center. Chaika. The Duff off his skate. Reaching here. Intercept. Baker has it. Right wing circle. Peels off. Stepping away from Jamie Drysdale. They hand off. Rister on the way. Gurney shaken up. That one caught him on the inside of a boot. But the Otters skate away. Chaika trying to bounce it in front for Maxim Golod. And Gurney in a heap of trouble trying to get off with one skate, really. As the Otters see Golod spin it on the far boards. Offensive territory, don't want to lose this possession. Here's Drysdale, right side, throws it to the net. Pad stop made. Rebound cleared up the near boards, but not out. Golod to Duff, open left circle, wrist shot. It was blocked. Golod has it. Drysdale calling for it. He'll take the pass from Golod. Wrister on goal, trickles towards the net. But Ryan Dugas slows it down and smothers.
And it's time for tonight's save of the game, brought to you by Serve Pro. Serve Pro, a team of specialists is faster to any size disaster.
There you see the save of the game. This is almost made it 2-0 in the first period. It's just knocked off the side of the net by Tyler Berner. But for the Erie Otters, down 3-0. Christian Gurney shaken up on that play after the shot block from the point. Kishnick throws it into the zone. Brett Newman takes over because the Otters were offside on the play. His pass intended for a receiver out at neutral ice as the Otters take over on a steal. Yetman gives in front. Grits! Stopped by Dugas. Sliding across right to left, makes a toe save. Erie back after this puck. And Brett Newman able to step in front of Maximovich, and he's on his way. The Erie Otters, well, they nearly forced him on offside, And it's the Otters' turn to counter. They're offside now, as Robertson can settle things down from his own end. On for Botany. Rifled off the stick of Newman to the Otters zone. Shift change on for Kingston. As the Otters get rid of Podubny, sails out to center ice. Couple stick handles. Hands off the Sproul. He sweeps it into the zone, but it's quickly elevated back out the center at the Otters logo. Curtis Henry takes over. For Fowler. In some trouble. Couldn't receive that pass cleanly. As the Otters have to hustle on back to their own corner. Fowler at the circle. Turned over. Look out with it. Kingston. Wrist shot. Blocker save made. After the rifling shot from Luke Druitt. Here will find Fowler in flight. Gives left to Sproul. Drop pass Podubny, but they're offside. Just could not get there in time along the blue line. David Milne right there on the line to make the call. 5:27 remaining. The Otters still down 3. Our officiating crew is brought to you by Visual Options. Tonight's referees, Len Wood, Nick Gill, linesman David Milne, and Chris Holstead. Face off, puck bouncing at center, put off the far end boards, and that was by the Otters, picked up by Kingston. They end up icing the puck. With 5:16 remaining. Draw comes to the left of Ryan Dugas, who has stopped 25 Otter shots here. Erie out shooting the Frontenacs, 25-19. They've not been able to get anything past the rookie in his first start of the regular season. Joe Mack finds this one. Wheels behind the net, drops it off to the corner. It's Maxim Golod. Wheels on, far side. Tied up here, penalty coming up. It's going to be against Kingston. Full-on armbar from Mitch Byrne on Maxim Golod. And Erie back to the man advantage for a 6th time. Byrne comes across. .458 remains in the third. And now Mitch Byrne. He's going to have an early night here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Picks up a 10-minute misconduct, and he will give the crowd a salute on the way out. The former Erie Otter, not that kind of salute. Just a wave. It is his night, unless the Otters. No, that's it. Mitch Byrne, even if he can get the overtime, it's 5 minutes. He's a 10-minute misconduct. That'll take us down and out of regulation and overtime clock. So Mitch Byrne is farewell to the Erie faithful. Former 5th-round pick of the Erie Otters back in 2014. with the Otters championship squad in 2017. Dealt to the Kingston Frontenacs at the deadline last year. They're looking for some blue line depth and experience in the postseason. Certainly had that out of Mitch Burton. What part of the 50-win squad? 3 of them to be exact. And now in his overage year with the Kingston Frontenacs, and his fronts have a 3-0 lead. The Otters have 2 minutes on this power play clock. Would love to make quick work of it. Down by 3, under 5 minutes to go. They need some magic here on the Erie Insurance Arena ice. We've seen plenty of it in the last 5 years. The goaltender will come off for Erie. Duff, one-time shot. Holy smokes. That sails high, almost took the head off of Dugas. Erie plays it up the near wall. Duff, he'll reel it in. 6 on 4 now. The Otters extra man, 2 man on, compared to the Front's 4. Down by 3, they work it on for the Circle's goal line. Sweep check, knocks it loose behind the net. Garrett Podubny trying to get after it. Goal line will find it. On for Jack Duff at the right wing circle. Protects the puck down to the corner, Jack Duff. He's tied up now. Leaned into him by Tyler Burney. A big body at 6'4", 193. Trying to jar this thing loose now. 3 aside. Now at the goal line. Back to the corner we go. Golod plays it up the wall. That's not going to make it to Drysdale, and look out. Out to center ice, a chance for an empty net. Cranford will just dump it in and then head off on the change. Net empty to our left. Dan Murphy is off. The Otters down 3. Drysdale flying ahead. Gets around Newman. Wheels in left wing side. Drop pass to the circle. Newman takes over. Lets it go for the empty net. Just wide on the right wing side. Erie has to go fish. Maximovich will carry the mail to center. Leaves it left side. Podubny couldn't pick it up. It will flick it instead. Got enough for the bouncing puck as Yetman deals around near side wall. Drysdale holds from the blue line. Gives to Jack Duff at the half wall right wing side. Cross ice speed. Podubny to the goal. Didn't get a lot on it. Bounces off the end boards out to the front. Newman takes over. Oh, he wants that bad. Goes for the empty net again. Wide left. Ahead quickly for Yetman. The Otters. Time running down the power play. Rodney a takeaway. Takes it right off the stick of Garrett Podubny. Sent in deeper by Beamish. And launched off a body out of play. And the face-off. A result at New Troyes. We'll see Dan Murphy back out there. 13 seconds remains on the power play. The Otters down 3. Murphy will stay on the bench. Erie remains with a 2-man advantage, but the Fronts rattle it off the end boards. Inside Erie territory, Kishnick picks it up there. And time will wind down to the power play. Pass off the mark for Gertie. Good to see him back on the ice. He is all right. Power play is over. 6 on 5 now. The Otters go 0 for 6 with the man advantage. Fowler curls it into the near corner. Flying in there is Emmett Sproul. Gives to Gurney in the near circle. To Beamish. Slap shot upcoming. Sticked away by Dugas to the far side. Chaika behind the net for Gurney. Angled up the near boards. Oh, look out. A heel pick by Beamish and an open net upcoming. Left wing side, they'll throw it in. First OHL goal. Dennis Golovichev with his empty net goal makes it 4-0. And the icing on the cake for the Frontenacs, who appear to roll to their first road win. Luke Beamish looking to receive that pass. Just got a little heel pick with the skate and went airborne. And Dennis Golovichev off to the races. Open 4 by 6. And that should wrap things up here from the Erie Insurance Arena. The Frontenacs ahead 4-0. Final 2:20 left on the clock here. Maximovich. Snap it off the end boards. Backhander upcoming. As here, just trying to maybe a little momentum here. You got the Sudbury Wolves coming next week. You got a week full of practices. Sometimes you can have a day off on a Sunday. I don't know if that's going to happen this year. The Otters are offside. Little stick and a move by Maksimovic. Set Henry offside. But this evening and last evening, we may see some practice time tomorrow for the Erie Otters. As a will fall to 1-2, dropping 2 straight. Icing call Kingston. And all the way back down to Kingston territory. But Ryan Dugas, his first OHL start. Looking for his first victory. It could be a big one. He stopped 26 Erie Otters shots. And may have his... We'll let it go. We won't jinx it for him. 1:45 left. Bernie down the near side. You can tell these guys, they want it for him. For Ryan Dugas. Sent out towards neutral ice. D'Amato chases. Kingston picks it up, and they'll golf it into the near side wall by Bernie. No icing. Murphy will play it as he sends it up the left wing side. D'Amato ahead for Hoffman. He's got Mack as the sidecar left wing side. Hoffman rambling into the zone. Snap zone on goal. Dugas another stop. With 1:19 remaining in this third frame. Won't be long before they see each other again. Otters will go visit these Kingston Frontenacs on October 12th. When Erie heads to the road in 2 weeks. This one skied up towards the Otters zone. No icing here. Jack Duff will be back as he had the battle against Dawson Baker to take control. Drops it off behind the net. And Drysdale flies this one out ahead for Emmett Sproul to pick it up in the far corner. It's the breaks as he's run into by Gordon. Now Fowler. Big tie up along those end boards. Gets to the circles. Podubny couldn't fish that one out. Finally, a little stick lift on Brand, and Podubny gets a little whack at it towards the goal. Dugas holds on. They'll do anything they can here to hold on to this. The final 46 seconds. These Frontenacs. Dugas close to his first OHL milestone. Rolling puck to the blue line. Gillard. He'll hold it in. Gives down to Christian Gurney. Back out for Marcus Gillard. Sends it on to Beamish at the blue line. Time ticking down here in the frame. 34 seconds left. They'll rifle it off the far boards. Out to center ice. Gillard settles it down. Ahead for Max Goal on the right wing side. Gets in under half a minute to go. Erie down 4-0. So, as a gloved one for a backhand try. Gurney sends it off the side of the cage. Gurney back to it. 20 seconds left. Give to Max Golod. Twists away from one. Heads down left wing side. 15 seconds left. Golod wheels in, tosses in front, off his stick, and wide. Gurney almost put it in on the far side. 8 seconds up. Chaika with it. Hammered up the far board. Gillard keeps it alive. Comes to the Frontenacs, and he'll fire it down ice. And that's it. Ryan Dugas, his first OHL start. He stops 27 Erie Otters shots for his first OHL shutout as the Frontenacs down the Otters 4-0. What an effort from the 17-year-old. Really got into a zone early on. Just carried it on from there. Momentum. The Otters fall to 1-2. Back on home ice next week. 2 games Friday and Saturday. They'll take on the Sudbury Wolves Friday night, October 5th, and then October 6th. They'll see the Saginaw Spirit in town. We'll step for a break. Duskus Martin Funeral Home postgame show coming up next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Where are we? The answer is right here, in your hometown, in your neighborhood, in your community. We are here offering 2-year degrees in workforce development where is needed the most. With evening classes, our students can balance life and work without having to leave their community. Visit regionalcollegepa.org for our degree options and application process. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. This could change everything.
Love where you live? Find yourself here with NPRC and enroll for spring 2019.
What sedan lets you hit the road and not the gas station? With an average of 37 miles per gallon highway, it's a 2018 Nissan Sentra. This compact sedan has a sporty profile thanks to its sleek aerodynamic design. It also has other great standard features like Bluetooth and remote keyless entry. The 2018 Nissan Sentra.
0 down for only $199 a month. Sign and drive.
What's the best-selling SUV in America? It's the Nissan Rogue.
0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive.
The Rogue has standard features such as zero-gravity seats, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and rear cross-traffic alert.
0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive.
Stop in and meet the Rogue family at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peachtree.
18 Nissan Sentra, selling price $19,247, VIN JY320068. 18 Nissan Rogue, selling price $26,100, VIN JP503998. Old lease is 12,000 miles per year for 36 with Tier 1 credit approval through NMAC. Lease payment is plus tax, title, license, stock fee, and $595 acquisition fee.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Aaron Cooney with you, wrapping things up on game number 3 of the season. And inside the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show, Duskus Martin working tirelessly to give your loved ones dignity. Now for the Otters, not a night to remember. On the other side, for the Kingston Frontenacs, one that they'll enjoy as they head onto the road and take on the Mississauga Steelheads tomorrow. And some milestones for the Frontenacs as Erie falls 4-0 on home ice this evening. Well, last time the Otters were shut out, it was on home ice. We're going to go back to March the 1st. Owen Sound, Olivier Lafreniere. Now the Owen Sound attack with a 4-0 victory. Shut out the Erie Otters at the end of last season. This one a little slow to get going, and then the Otters just could not get the offensive going in this evening. As we jump into our recap, I'm Aaron Cooney, and take a look at the first period. A little slow to get going because at one point we sat at 5 shots total until the final 5 minutes or so. And the Erie Otters would see for Dan Murphy back to play the puck behind the net. And just an unfortunate bounce because there was a glove that belonged to Matthew Hodgkiss that sat behind the net. I don't think Murphy was aware that it was chilling there as he went back to go play the puck. Snapped it right into that glove. And it opened things up, a mad scramble behind the goal. And that would lead to Ryan Cranford's bank shot from behind the net. Puts it off his skate, trickles across the goal line, and it's 1-0 Kingston. The Otters, let's see the first period come to a close. Didn't really make life difficult for youngster Ryan Dugas in his first OHL start. 8 shots on goal in the first for the Erie Otters, but a lot of long-range stuff. Didn't really penetrate and get in deep and make life difficult for the 17-year-old. And he just got into a rhythm, and it was really his night from there on. Head to the second period, the Otters escaping their own end before they had the puck, and the defensive zone cleared as Golovichev will keep the puck in along the right wing wall, and a nice feed to an open, I'm telling you, wide open Brett Newman, the former Erie Otter. He had the gun cocked and locked. Lets the one-timer go from the left wing circle. The right-hander just buries it. His second of the season. Gets one against the old squad. And Kingston leads 2-0. They weren't done yet as the Erie Otters looking to get back into things. They had a handful of power play chances. Couldn't make anything of it. As they would go 0 for on the night. But it would be Kingston winning that special teams battle. As they would get the short-handed goal coming from Jason Robertson. Goal per game pace, give him his 5th of the season. As he was found in front of the net on a 2-on-1 rush. Dawson Baker, a nice feed to slide this one across the ice for the tap-in off the blade of Robertson. They get 3-0 in that second period, and that was all they needed. The Otters, another 8 shots on goal in the third, but they couldn't get anything past Ryan Dugas in his first OHL start. Stops 27 Otters shots, as they'll add an empty netter and down the Otters 4-0 here at the Erie Insurance Arena. Well, for the Otters, you had a great start on home ice, and you start to think maybe that was one of the worst things that could happen to this team, to go out there and blow out the Flint Firebirds 12-1. And then you're thinking this is going to be easy the whole time, and now 2 straight losses, can only muster up 1 goal. There is firepower on this squad, and we saw it in an opening game. It's going to take that jam and gritty effort that they had in that first opening game to get back into some of those ways. But right now for the Otters, they'll drop 2 straight. And for them, you can try to find your way back again before you go on the road. At least you have 2 more home games coming up. You have the Sudbury Wolves on Friday, and then next Saturday, the Saginaw Spirit in, but that's not going to get any easier. You're looking at the Saginaw Spirit team that began the season in the CHL top 10, adding the likes of Bodie Wild and the New York Islanders pick on that back end. Wait and see who knows what happens in the next week if they're going to get their import goaltender from Arizona, a Coyotes 4th round pick. So they could be adding more to it. So the road gets much more difficult. As we move forward, the Erie Otters will look to solve some problems here in the next couple of weeks and during practice to get everything together. $2,231 on attendance here from the Erie Insurance Arena on a Saturday night. As the Otters couldn't get much going here on this evening, falling to the Kingston Frontenacs 4-0. As we look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheridan Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter be staying with the best. Seven other games out in the OHL. Otters, looking around the league. Now some finals now in the OHL. The 7 o'clock games finishing up. London 4-2 over the Flint Firebirds. That's a final now. Niagara Ice Dogs, the 6-1 win over the North Bay Battalion. Hamilton will down the Peterborough Petes 7-1. Now, as that one, 10 seconds left. Peterborough's first loss of the season. Guelph Storm, Saginaw Spirit. As it was at one point, 5-1 Guelph. Saginaw climbing back into it. A couple late goals in the second period. Adding it into it in the third. Now it's a 1-goal game, 20 seconds left. 5-4 in favor of the Guelph Storm. Sarnia able to get the overtime tally. Ryan McGregor with the overtime winner. Sarnia down to Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds 2-1. Kitchener Rangers of the Windsor Spitfires 4-1. Only other game in action right now. Owen Sound Attack lead the Ottawa 67s 3-2 with 15:47 to play in the third period. Look at our Ironworkers local unit referees. Ironman of the game with tonight's 3 stars. Third star with his first OHL points, a goal and an assist for Denis Golovachev. Second star, former Erie Otter, Brent Newman. Goal and an assist tonight against his former team. And the number 1 star, Ryan Dugas. 27 saves, shutout in his first OHL start. The 17-year-old from Hamilton, Ontario, gets it done for the Frontenacs. Stops all offensive effort, and the Otters fall tonight 4-0. That'll wrap things up here on the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show. Tune in next week. We'll have 2 more on home ice. The Otters will look to figure things out, get it back together. Friday and Saturday night here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Sudbury Wolves on Friday with First Responders Night here at the Erie Insurance Arena. And then on Saturday, they'll welcome in the Saginaw Spirit as the Battle of the U.S. teams is on next week. That's going to do it for us. I want to thank Anna Ashcraft back in studio, as well as Brian McKay. Double duty back there at the Cumulus Studios. I'm Aaron Cooney saying so long for tonight. The Otters fall 4-0 to Kingston Frontenacs. 27 saves shutout for the first OHL start for Ryan Dugas, and he blanks the Erie Otters on home ice. You've been listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. Follow all the action throughout the season on the new home of the Erie Otters, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
What's the sedan lets you hit the road and not the gas station? With an average of 37 miles per gallon highway, it's a 2018 Nissan Sentra. This compact sedan has a sporty profile thanks to its sleek aerodynamic design. It also has other great standard features like Bluetooth and remote keyless entry. The 2018 Nissan Sentra.
0 down for only